All right, we are live. We are live. What's good, everybody? Welcome back. Hoop Talk podcast number 38, and this is coming after the day after the Carmelo trade, and we already know we're gonna have to talk about that, and that's the first thing we're gonna talk about today. But before we go on, let's go ahead and introduce the co-host. Dom, say what's good.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Downtrace97. Thank you guys for coming back to another podcast. I love doing these. And shout out to everybody who takes the time to ask me about my opinion on Twitter and on my Snapchat. You know, I always say add me on Snapchat, but half of you never do. So it's okay. Add me on Snapchat, though.
Hey, add Dom on Snapchat, man. All right, G. Lawrence, say what's good, man.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Before we start, I just want to say rest in peace to the Eastern Conference. You already know.
Oh, my God.
Like, it's a wrap. Like, I'm sorry, LeBron. You're going to have an easy way to the finals, right? But anyway, we'll get into that, all that. I'll make sure to add me on Snapchat at glauren33. And let's get into it, man.
All right, KB.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
All right. This guy. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. SEC?
Yo, what's up, guys? I don't see why we're making such a big deal over Melo. He ain't even a top 50 player in the league.
Ooh.
According to
He said
ESPN,
it.
I'm
He
sorry.
said it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Robert Covington, though?
Ooh. You know that list is bad when even Dom has to defend Melo. Wow.
Right? That's how bad that list is. I defend Melo when it comes to that part. Not the Lonzo part. Lonzo's obvious. But Robert Covington is a stretch.
Yeah. And King's gonna come in 15 minutes late, but he is in the voice chat as we speak. The first announcements, we got a couple of announcements. So all 37 episodes of the Hoop Talk podcast are on SoundCloud now. So just go ahead, go to SoundCloud, look up Hoop Talk podcast. Also, there should be a link in the description for that as well. And we're gonna get it on iTunes as soon as possible. We're thinking about it. It should be up tonight, if not tomorrow at least. And join the Discord. That's gonna be our last announcement before we get into the topics. So let me go ahead and spam that in the chat.
Join that Discord.
There you go. We're trying to get back to 1,000 members.
Second time.
Again.
Yeah.
We prestiged.
Yeah, we proceed. Nice. 700 members real quick.
Yeah. But first topic of the day, Carmelo Anthony. So Carmelo Anthony was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Enes Kanter, Doug McDermott, and a second-round draft pick. I just want to get everyone's initial thoughts on that. What do y'all think about that?
Okay, not all at once. No. I guess I'll go first. Contrary to the belief of me being a Melo hater, I see this as a good opportunity for Melo to prove himself. If he can go on this team and actually produce more than just points, if he can actually do more than just score the ball, if he can be a different Melo that we haven't seen, I'll give him credit. If he just goes and tries to be individual single Melo again, he's trash and he deserves to be below Robert Covington. Just saying.
I can't even see him being individual Melo because they got a lot of ball handlers on that team. And what we know about Melo is just he's an isolation player. I don't see how he can make this transition this late in his career.
I just think great players make it work, man. Like if he put three guys of that caliber on the same team, they're gonna make it work.
This is definitely an interesting big three, though.
Yeah,
we've never seen something like this. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen something like this.
Cause I was watching Dom 2K's video on it, and he said like there's never been a big three of just like pure wing players. In a guard. There's always
There's always gonna be a guy who's gonna take a step back. So I'm not sure which guy's gonna be it.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to AIM for donating $5, by the way. Thank you.
Hey, shout out to AIM.
Shout out.
But
what was it?
Does that change? Do y'all think this changes Oklahoma City's standings at all?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely makes them top three in the West.
I'm low-key saying top.
So better than
it's between them and the Spurs now. OKC and the Spurs.
Yeah. I mean, I just think like if the Thunder and the Spurs face each other, in the playoffs, I'm low key choosing the Thunder.
Yeah, it's a lot of firepower to deal with.
I
for the
would
Spurs.
choose the Thunder, but I gotta see him play. I gotta
Exactly.
see how,
Yeah, I have no idea how Melo's gonna.
That's why I say
gel
top 3.
with
I don't know.
Westbrook.
The Spurs is
I agree,
their
man.
team first, regardless. They've been team
Like, I got a
first
question,
as
like,
long as I've been alive. So you know for a fact they're going to be a solid team. They're going to be the Spurs. That's who they are. With this Thunder team, I just don't. There's too many what ifs. They have a lot of upside, but at the same time, things can crash down pretty fast. So I wouldn't race to say that they could be Spurs.
This team has a high fail potential. Like just like Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, and Kobe, it just seems like a team that could.
This
Just
team
like
is
that, yeah.
Walking freight and Attila killer.
That's a fact.
Damn.
So it's gonna be really good or really bad. But
Yeah, it's either gonna be really good or really bad. So
Who gets the last shot?
does it matter?
That's what I'm saying. Not Paul George. I can tell you that.
yeah, definitely not.
I'll give it
Paul
to
George.
Melo, honestly. Even
Yeah, I probably agree with
Yeah, if
Melo.
anything,
I feel like
Melo's
hit
having
more
a good
shots.
night. If Melo's having a bad night, automatically give
Yeah,
it to
it's-
Westbrook.
but yeah, but
Do
like
you really want Westbrook taking a last?
I mean, if Melo's having
Yeah.
a bad night, I don't want him taking the last shot. I want Westbrook taking the last shot if Melo's having a bad night.
I just want them to have a
That's true.
system. I don't even care about like.
yeah, they shouldn't worry about that. They should be blowing teams out.
If
I don't know
if
why.
anything,
They should be, yeah.
out of everyone on that team, Billy Donovan has the most pressure. At least he should.
Yeah, he definitely. Oh my!
I have
They
a
could
feeling he
lose
might get
all 3
fired halfway
players
through
this
the
summer.
season.
That would be heartbreaking. If you lose all 3 stars in one
It's
summer.
not even that.
That's like
The fact that he has
can't
3
lose.
stars, man, and if he can't
Yeah.
make
Can't
this
even
work,
lose Melo this summer. He's there for till 2019, I think.
yeah,
I believe he can opt out though. He's a player
No.
option.
doesn't he have
Does
like an early termination or something?
Who, Melo?
I thought he
Yeah.
did. I thought he did.
I thought it was just a player option.
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not
I would have to look into it.
Yeah,
but
If
yeah, I thought
anybody
it was just a
knows,
player
just comment that below. Just tell us if
Yeah.
you know the player option. I'll be looking.
Yeah.
The only bad part about this is if this team doesn't work out, PG already stated he wants to go to the Lakers, which I'm happy with. If he can convince Russ to leave with him, that's really bad on the Thunder saying. Because Melo's going to
Yeah.
leave. You lose Russ and Paul George for nothing. You're going to be in a real bad situation.
Well, I mean, they were in a bad situation. It's not like they gave up a lot.
Yeah.
It's not like they gave
Yeah,
up future
it wasn't
first-round
a
picks
huge.
or any good young talent or anything like that. They just gave away some
Like,
role
Enos
players.
Cantor,
If they kept
Like-
Taj Gibson, I think this would have looked way better.
Doug
in my
McDermott,
opinion.
second round pick, Suss up the
Yeah.
But they're just gonna go back to square one again, and I don't think they want to do that. Just go back with probably who's gonna be left on the roster.
I think the
I don't
fact
wanna
that
think about it. That's a
that
nightmare.
I think the fact that they pulled off Paul George and Melo in one offseason, I think that's
Right.
gonna
And
that's
really-
gonna
Yeah, I
all-
give the management like all the props for
that's
that.
an A
but-
plus. That's
This
an
is
A+.
easily the most.
Literally, they've traded
They're
Serge
reaching
Ibaka
right
and
now.
Cameron Payne.
But that it's for them it's title or bust. That's the way I look at it. They have to win.
This whole summer was risky. That's all I got to say. This was
Title
risky.
or bust.
They're going balls deep.
There's no there's no
What-
Western Conference Finals. Like anything other than a title is a failure for this team.
think so?
Title? No.
The way I look because
They're
look,
kind of going the Cavs route, honestly, because they're trying to
they're probably-
please
they're
Russ
probably
so
gonna-
much.
They're
You
probably
know,
gonna
Yeah,
lose
they're
all
trying
these
to please
players. They're gonna lose
But
them
this is
all.
a more. This is a more.
You think if they go to 7 against the Warriors, that Carmelo and Paul George and Russ are
they're
going to leave?
staying.
No,
They're gonna
if
stay in
they
a jello
if they
the
can
offseason.
challenge the Warriors, they'll stay. If they show that this team is actually like,
as long as they
Exactly.
don't disappoint,
yeah,
I think they're gonna stay.
If they lose
But that's
in,
a
like,
huge
the first
what
and the
if,
second
so-
round, then sure. But I think if they get to the finals and put up a fight against the Warriors,
Yeah, if they showcase that, that's a major.
Huge what if.
I mean, every team
I don't
has
Like,
a
right now,
what if
I
like
expect
No, but
I
this
I mean,
team
I
has the
give them
biggest
as good of a
what if.
chance as any other team.
exactly.
Yeah,
like right now I expect them to go to the Western Conference Finals
this
against
is my
Spurs.
team right now. OKC living
They have the talent.
They're on a
It's just-
cliff right now. Either they fall off, or they go on a helicopter and
This guy.
they're safe. that's a scenario that they're in right now.
What an analogy.
That's all I-
What an analogy.
Great analogy, right?
Wow.
Great.
What a way to put it.
Or did they fall off or get a helicopter?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
This guy. Hey, but okay, so I was in VC yesterday, and we were talking about how if the Thunder can push the Warriors to 7 games, and I said yes. So what do y'all think about that?
You think they can push them to 7 games?
I'll say
think they can.
6.
I think they
6
can.
at the
As of
most.
right now, I'll say 6.
6 at the most.
It's not even it's not even matchups. It's just they're like so motivated. It's like 2016, man. They're so motivated.
Yeah, you got a lot of motivated people on that team.
Yeah, Melo's mad because they call him the 64th best player.
Yeah.
Westbrook, of course, he hates. Well, I don't know. They're cool right now. Him and Durant, they got a little tension. They probably got refueled because all the Durant tweets.
That tension, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of tension, and this is gonna be a great rivalry, though.
Yeah. Steven,
I feel like the KD Westbrook thing. I think it died down.
Now they got.
Think so?
Oh no, actually, maybe.
It's like
if anything, it freaking escalated.
Yeah,
because now Russ has help. He's gonna go after KD.
Mm-hmm. He gotta get that W.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be good, man. This is
going. That's what I'm saying, man.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I think it's just like OKC's so motivated. Russ trying to prove everyone wrong. The fact that he can, win games and not just be a stat patter. Carmelo trying to reclaim his legacy. Paul George apparently he's trying to go for the MVP. I don't know.
Wait. What legacy did Melo have?
Bro, he was supposed to. Like, at one time, there was a real conversation between LeBron and Melo. But, like...
Yeah, there was. Yes.
Exactly. So, he's trying to, trying to get back.
Wait, so who y'all think
what is there to get back, though?
Who y'all think is going to be the third wheel? Third string player. Like,
that's...
Possibly
Kevin Love, bro.
Honestly,
Paul George.
Paul George. I'm thinking Paul George.
You want me to be honest? I think Russ might take that role. He
What?
might take the most.
No way.
He might
No
take the
way.
back.
No
The
way.
guy who had the highest usage rating.
This is why you were number one in that poll.
Just listen to what. Okay, I get that, but just listen to what I gotta say first. The reason I say that is because of this. He just won MVP on a team that he had to do absolutely everything for. All he heard was criticism about how he could not be a team player, how he was such an individual guy. Other than getting triple doubles, anybody that was a naysayer just came at how he wasn't really a team player. He was just padding his stats. So if you have a Paul George who came out and said he wants to be MVP, if you have an angry Carmelo Anthony who has doubters and naysayers, and you want to show that you're that teammate, if you want to show you're that A guy, why not just solely say, okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get you guys going. I'm gonna get you guys going. I'm gonna be a pure point guard. I'm gonna show everybody I can be that point guard for my team.
So do you think Westbrook really cares what the media thinks, though?
I mean, in a way, yeah.
I just don't think third.
I just think Russell Westbrook is just still the best player.
I think Russell's gonna play.
No, don't get me
by
wrong.
far the best player.
At the end of the day, Westbrook's gonna play however he wants to play.
I'm saying he might take the back seat to these guys.
Oh, like Curry, Curry and
he might sacrifice the better of the team.
Westbrook's gonna play how he wants to play.
Like Curry's not the third option, but we know he can go for 40.
He's like 1B.
Yeah,
it's like 1B. Exactly.
Curry's not the third option, but he adjusted his game. He adjusted his game for the team to compensate for.
I mean,
but is Russ that guy?
Adjust his game. I think
Russ
is
my point. No one knows if Russ is that guy, so why not prove that? Why not show that?
But it's been like 8
I think he'll adjust, but I don't think he's gonna take a back.
He's at his prime right now. He should have been doing that.
He definitely should adjust. I don't know about third option.
I don't think he'll be like.
I mean, so if you have two good scorers on your team, why not be the third scoring option? Why not just be a pure point guard?
Because they're the best scoring option. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Russ is still. He still dropped 28 points a game. Wait, 31, right? He's still with no shooters around him, and he was still putting up those buckets. Now you're gonna have a lot of space to actually put up buckets, man. I'm telling you, man.
So what if he just scores when he has to? Why not just score when he has to?
I mean, I don't think he's gonna force anything, but I also don't think
but
he's
now
gonna
it's gonna be a lot more easier for him.
Pass up shots.
Hey yo, if Russ is still
inefficient, he had the defense focused on him.
He can't be shooting.
If Russ is still inefficient this year, man, I don't know.
There's no excuse. I don't know.
45%.
At least 45.
At the very least, exactly.
And from 3.
He's going in here,
39, 38.
Having games 1 for 25 again. I'm like, bro. He never did that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But y'all got any more opinions on the Carmelo trade? I think it's a great trade for both teams. What about the Knicks side?
They got rid of him.
Well,
I say it's a big W because
they
finally got
big W. I wouldn't say big W.
Okay, the return is
not a little W.
Not great.
Enes Kanter, really?
At the end of the day, they got rid of Melo. That is what they wanted to do for years now. Now they can finally focus.
So what? Now they're gonna build around Porzingis, right?
Yes, they've been trying to do that for the longest, and now they can actually be a bad team. Yes. Well, when they
So you think do you think Porzingis is good enough to get stars to
New
New
York?
York?
Goodbye, Melo. What'd you say?
Do you think Porzingis is good enough to get stars to New York?
Potentially.
But
Melo
even if
wasn't good enough to get stars.
They're just going for the draft right now. They're going for
personality.
lottery.
But even if you're the Knicks, though, wouldn't you want Kevin Love instead of Enes Kanter and Doug McDermott?
I was thinking that. I was like, why
Yeah,
not just
that
go
was-
with
that
Kevin
was-
Love?
The Cavs weren't
But
offering.
the thing is, it's Melo's choice. Melo decides where he goes.
But the thing is, they
No,
said
but
Melo
the Ca-
had
yeah,
like
but the
teams,
Cavs-
like
yeah, the Cavs are
Melo
an option.
he had the Cavs, he had like the Trailblazers.
I don't think the Cavs are offering Kevin
I
Love.
think Melo straight up said, "I want to go to OKC."
I don't know
happened.
about that.
And
I
then
don't know
they
about
said,
that.
Because the Knicks reportedly were asking for Tristan Thompson from the Cavs. The Cavs said no.
What?
Tristan?
What's
Oh,
good
my
with you, LeBron?
Hey, it's the Cavs, man. It's
It's LeBron, actually.
It was LeBron.
It's LeBron.
LeBron.
Cavs do
He
nothing.
was there. He was like, "Nah, we're not giving that up."
Wait, what's good about Tristan Thompson though? I don't see why he's still on the team.
Nah, he's gonna secretly
chill,
drink
chill,
the
chill,
whole
chill.
to get rid of him.
He's a great player. He's a good player. He's a,
cleaner.
He had a bad series. He had a bad finals. He had a bad
Glorified
finals.
glass cleaner, bro.
bro, he can switch off guards, off
he had
pick
a
and
bad
rolls.
It's not
Yeah,
all
he
that.
won bad series.
What
He
you
won.
mean he's not all that? Come on, bro.
I'll
He's
take it.
not worth his contract, but he's a
It's
good
worth the
player.
contract, exactly.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. He's not just
Decent.
a glass cleaner.
Decent, not a starter.
He's just chill. He's a
Nah,
starter.
not a starter. I think he's a starter.
All right.
Okay.
All right, man. All right. So let's go ahead and get into ranking the top 15 moves of the 2017 offseason. So we're gonna start off just listing the moves. There's gonna be a lot of here, and nonetheless ranking them. This might be the hardest list to
Most complex.
Yeah. So let's
What
go.
would be the hardest?
Let's go ahead and name
Beginning,
some
CP3?
moves. Name some moves.
My boy CP3,
Chris Paul.
You got the Jimmy Butler.
Butler.
Zach LaVine.
Ooh, Zach
What?
LaVine.
Oh, I guess.
I guess.
We're just naming them. We're not ranking them. Right now.
I guess we got the Melo and the Paul George.
Oh yeah, just a
Yeah.
disclaimer. So like the Kyrie trade and that's and the Isaiah Thomas signing, that's gonna be like two different things. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah, it's like perspective of the team. Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, we're all in this together, so this is not one person's individual list. So don't go in the comments saying, "What the hell? Why is this?" Don't do that. It's all one mind. We're just 10
It's
guys.
collective, yeah.
Just collective, yeah, exactly. So don't get salty, please.
All right. So I put CP3 to Houston, Butler to Minnesota, Isaiah to Cleveland, Kyrie to Boston.
Lopez to LA.
And D'Lo to Brooklyn.
Facts.
And
You got Anthony Bennett to Phoenix.
Chill.
Did he really go to Phoenix?
Yeah.
yeah, he went to
What? Shout out to that man Anthony Bennett for not giving up on your dreams, man.
Oh my god.
I thought he was gonna be stuck in Israel playing basketball for the rest of his
Oh
life.
my
Yeah.
god.
Congratulations, man.
You better do something though. Yeah, it's like his third chance. You gotta do something.
Jesus Christ.
He was recently on the Nets and he just was gone in
So
the
by
week.
do something, you mean do nothing. That's just what you're
Yeah,
saying.
he's gotta do something, bro.
All right, guys. Gordon Hayward to Boston.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, hold up.
Some guys
I
said,
accidentally deleted
yo,
everything.
Don Maker said Bezos put Bojan Bogdanovic to the Sacramento.
Bogdanovich.
I
Oh,
suck with pronunciation.
What was the move? Oladipo to the Pacers.
Ooh, Oladipo to the Pacers.
Avery Bradley to Detroit.
Butler.
Facts.
Oh yeah,
Olenek to Miami.
All right.
All right, that's nonchalant.
Wait, hold up. So we did Butler, Chris Paul, IT, Kyrie, Lopez. What was the last one? D'Lo.
Yeah, D'Lo
said
to
D'Lo.
Brooklyn.
All right. Who was after D'Lo?
Was it Bradley to the Detroit?
Oh wow. Okay.
I heard somebody say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was SDC.
And then I said Olenek to Miami.
All right. Are we really putting that down?
I'll just give you whatever comes to mind. Like, I don't know.
But like,
Playoff Olenek.
you gotta think of like a top 15
You got Paul
caliber.
Millsap to Denver, maybe.
There you go.
This man said Kendrick Perkins to Cleveland.
Oh, are we including free agents?
Yeah. Just off-season moves in general.
Okay.
Off-season
Yeah,
moves.
my man Milos.
Oh, Paul George.
I wasn't thinking that. I was not thinking
My
that.
man Milos at.
Melo. Can we just like include that whole like Houston to Clipper package?
Yeah,
pretty
we'll
much.
put in that whole package. We might as well do trades and then we do signings.
What about, speaking of Clippers, Danilo to Los Angeles.
Alright, Gallinari.
Yeah.
Paul Millsap. OSN Dirty Hat said Paul Millsap.
LAC. All right.
Oh yeah, we forgot. Someone said we forgot to mention Timothy Mozgov. You know,
This
for those
guy.
Mozgov fans.
That's worth a mention.
Someone said it. All right.
There's Mozgov fans.
Oh yeah, D Rose.
I just saw in the comments.
D Rose to the Cavs. Low key.
In the chat,
steal.
someone said D Rose. No.
Yes,
Oh.
D Rose is a steal, man.
Oh gosh.
Calderon. This man said Calderon. All right, Calderon.
I'm seeing
Calderon.
Rondo to the Pelicans.
Oh, Rondo, yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah, that's a lot of moves, man.
Caldwell
A lot
Pope
of moves.
to the Lakers.
Caldwell Pope to the Lakers. Yeah.
So we're not including re-signing, right?
Dwight Howard to
Resign?
To the
Hornets?
yeah.
Oh,
Dwight Howard.
yeah, Dwight Howard.
All right,
For a
hold
bag
up.
of
So
Oreos.
KCP, Dwight. Who was out there? Is there anyone else I missed? KCP, Dwight.
Jamal Crawford to.
Oh,
Jamal.
what about JJ Redick to Philly?
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, we might run out of room, low key. A lot of.
Rudy Gay to the Spurs.
Damn, I forgot about that too.
There's a lot of moves.
Okay, let me put
I
it.
feel like we're forgetting a big one somehow.
All right,
Nick-
just take a loose leaf paper and we're gonna start from there.
Nick Young to the Warriors.
I don't have Hayward here still.
Oh shoot, that's an L.
We low key forgot. It might have
That's an
been.
L
It might have
for us.
been just me. All right,
How many we have so far? Because I still have a lot more.
we have
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there
you
yeah.
go.
Okay, cool. How does my mic sound? Does it sound fine?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So we have
okay.
18 right now.
Nick Young to the Warriors.
I think we can leave that off. I'll make
Right.
it.
Whatever. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
what comes to mind. Let me see if there's anything
Is there anything else?
more important.
The Bucks.
A lot of re-signings, but those aren't really important.
Yeah. I feel like we're forgetting someone.
Swaggy P?
Oh.
Swaggy P?
New York firing Phil Jackson.
Ah.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
I like it.
All right.
Great move.
Let's go
Oh yeah,
ahead.
Randolph. Says Zebo.
Randall to the Kings.
Is that top 15 if he's not even playing?
Right? Isn't he like supposed to be doing community?
Did we do
service?
George Hill to sack?
Low key, we should
Oh, yeah,
we
we
should have
can
done
do
a
that.
separate video about trades and then signings.
Nah, bro.
Nah, I felt like they would have
Nah.
not been enough.
Yeah.
Nah, we have a lot.
I
trust
feel
me.
like we're Ibaka. Can we count Ibaka to the?
That was
For
a
a
re-sign, though.
That was
that
was
was
a
a resign.
Yo, do we count the Olenek trade or no? Sign? No. It's like,
Nah.
nah, bro. Come on, bro. We gotta get the heat up there. We did one thing.
one thing.
We did one thing.
I feel like.
Yo, can we
D-Rose,
count
okay,
like
we don't
can
have
we
D-Rose.
like draft picks like acquisitions?
Nah, I
Nah,
don't.
that's way
Nah,
too
I-
much.
Nah.
We could, like,
I
steal?
feel like that,
Like,
that
it's a
Sixer
steal?
one was very
That's
important.
too
though.
much.
Like if
That
it's a
was an-
steal? Like if it's a steal?
Nah,
Celtics-
everyone
what
got
was
rookie,
steal?
man. Let's
Do
not
we
bring
know if
rookies
it's
up.
How do you
steal?
know if it's a steal
Yeah,
yet
exactly.
though?
That's true.
Oh, you
That's
got
I mean,
Jeff
because
T,
Chris
Jeff
Dunn was
T.
a steal.
Alright,
how do we
what-
know that these trades are steals? Or
What
how's that
what
thing-
about like
Sorry,
the
what
Celtics
players
trading
are?
the number 1 overall pick?
Yeah, yeah, for example, that
What
can
about
go
that?
in.
I mean, that's not even. But still, that I wouldn't classify it as a steal. I mean,
No, but it's an off season.
It's
move, though.
yeah, it's an
a
off-season move.
Nah, let's not.
nah, I wouldn't say draft picks. Nah.
All right.
Because for all we know, Jason
Even if you're
turned out
trading
to
a
be
draft
better
pick?
than Markel.
I don't know.
I mean, but still, what if Markel's better than?
I mean, but how many
Jason
times
Tatum?
have we seen a player get traded and not perform as well as they did in like the-
I mean,
No,
all
no.
this is hypothetical. Like none of this is like
Let me
set in
put Jeff
stone.
T. Let me put Jeff T. in there. Let's see.
we got D Rose up there with some.
Yeah, we got my man D Rose.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
seeing a lot of Jose Calderons.
Yeah, they just troll.
Rubio?
Man.
Can we do Rubio?
I feel like we're forgetting
Rubio
somebody.
to the Jazz.
I don't know why I feel like
I put Jeff Teague before Rubio. That was kind of an L for Utah.
All right, give me one more.
What about Crawford? Jamal
get,
Crawford.
You already have him. You already have him.
Oh, okay.
Levine. I think we can put Levine.
He was injured. I don't know if that was much of a.
It's still a signing though. I don't know how it got there because like.
What was the trade?
Are we gonna stack it up to like the whole entire trade? We're just gonna call it the Jimmy Butler trade and the whole.
No, we're gonna do it separate from team perspective. Yeah, team perspective.
Oh, okay.
All right, so these are gonna be based on what is it? Impact.
Yeah.
Impact on their team.
Value.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and let me name off the pool first. So we got Chris Paul to Houston, Butler to Minnesota, IT to Cleveland, Kyrie to Boston, Lopez to LA, D'Lo to Brooklyn, Bradley to Detroit, Millsap to Denver, Paul George and Melo to OKC. We counted the whole Houston package to the Clippers as one. Gallinari to the Clippers, KCP to the Lakers, Dwight to the Hornets. God damn, there were a lot of moves. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jamal to the Timberwolves, JJ Redick to the 76ers, Rudy Gay to the Spurs, Hayward to Boston, Phil Jackson getting fired.
What?
George Hill to the Kings, D Rose to the Cavs, Jeff Teague to the Timberwolves, Rubio to the Jazz, and Zach LaVine to the Bulls. All right.
Yo, low-key, what about the what's it called? If we're gonna have Phil Jackson up there, we might as well put the Allen Crabbe move. I think that was good. I mean, hey, I think that was
not on that level. It's not on that level. That Phil Jackson.
Is he? I don't know.
That was a game changer. That was a game changer.
My man Milos from Europe.
Milos.
From Europe.
I would personally put the Allen Crabbe. I would put the Allen Crabbe. Yeah,
that's a rookie. That's a rookie.
He's not bad. I think it's just the fact that he's
top 15.
Is he top 15?
Yeah,
I mean, he's not.
Allen Crabbe. Why are we even talking about
It's
Allen
just the
Crabbe?
fact that he's overpaid. People like, oh yeah, he's not worth that much. I mean, he's obviously.
No, he's overpaid. I just don't think he's top 15.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
No, he's overpaid. That's obvious to anyone. But I'm just saying, like, people are having that skew their like opinions of him. Like, he's actually a solid player.
He's a bench player. Why are we putting the top? Why would we even consider him for being the top 15?
He might start.
For the Nets.
Yeah, he's gonna start. He's gonna
something.
Yeah, they're making the playoffs.
Oh, do we see Oladipo?
Is he gonna start?
Oh yeah,
I mean, Melo's not.
Is he gonna start?
Melo might not even start. Like, is that even?
I don't think we said Oladipo. We didn't say Oladipo.
Melo's gonna start.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Oladipo.
I'm taking out Phil Jackson.
Yeah, take off Phil Jackson for Oladipo, honestly.
Sorry, Phil.
I'm just saying, Allen Crabbe not
Nah,
starting.
actually, Phil would be number one, bro.
There.
That's number one right there.
Oh, yep, you got it.
So Phil's on his own special list.
All right. So are we good? Are we good with the pool? Is this a good?
Yeah, it looks fine. I don't think we're forgetting anything.
Yeah.
I don't think we're
Right. Number one. That already this might be the hardest.
Number one.
Oh,
I think I'd put the Kyrie to.
Yeah, I'll say Kyrie.
Kyrie to Boston.
I say Kyrie to the Celtics. That's
Hey, okay, if y'all say so, okay.
I mean,
Everybody,
if you
this
say
is
so.
Us as a collective group saying Kyrie to the Celtics is the number one move.
Millsap, no.
What is that going to do
To
for the
what?
team? That doesn't even make them a playoff team.
It's gonna make exactly. Gonna make them.
It doesn't make them a playoff team though.
I mean, does it? I think it does. I think it does. It does. I think it does.
It makes the Nuggets a playoff team.
I mean, they were barely a playoff team last year. Like,
I don't think Paul Millsap makes them that much better as a playoff as a team. I don't think it makes them.
Did we have them? What did we have them for? What did we have them for? Western Conference.
The amount of what's.
Like 6th or 7th.
What did we have them as our Western Conference?
I think it was
we
like
had them
7.
finishing like 7.
Exactly. We had them at like 7, bro. How are you gonna say they're not a playoff team?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so Kyrie to Boston. Number one.
Jimmy Butler to what's it called for 2?
Is that Chris Paul? I think Chris Paul is more significant.
I say no.
I think Jimmy Butler's more
more
significant.
impactful on the Timberwolves than Chris Paul is.
I say Paul George is more impactful for OKC.
Yes, that's what I was gonna go with.
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler
could
was the
change
Timberwolves
like-
as like a 1A player though.
Russ finally got his help. Russ finally got his help with Paul George.
But the Wolves
Paul
probably
George-
about to make the playoffs.
He brings rebounds.
Thank you. The Wolves got a number 1 player for them. They got a number 1 player.
Is Jimmy Butler number 1?
On their team, yes. He's the number
Cat?
1.
I think Cat. I'd have Cat as my number 1 option.
I mean, they have
I got
Cat is their number 1 offensively.
It
Butler's
better
gonna
be
be
Cat.
I'm telling you, Jimmy Butler's gonna be their number 1 option.
Why would he be Jimmy Butler?
I don't work for the NBA. I'm just letting y'all know. Jimmy Butler's gonna be their number 1 option.
Butler literally said that
Jimmy
he doesn't
gets
want to be. Butler
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
said
It's
he
gonna be
doesn't want to
Cat.
be the face of the franchise anymore. Like he's actually said that publicly.
Okay, and I'm saying this publicly on the HTP podcast.
Oh, word.
Jimmy Butler is going to.
Paul George isn't about to be the face of the Thunder either, so I don't.
Thank you. Like he's.
But we're talking
You
about
just said he
impact.
might
We're talking
be the
about
third
impact to the team.
You just said.
I mean,
Paul George might be
Butler's
the
about to have a
Kevin
huge
Love of the
impact.
Bezos,
Is it bigger than Paul George? Pause.
You said Paul George might be the Kevin Love of the Thunder.
Did I?
Yes, you just said that. You said
word? Okay.
You just said that.
Why would he
Okay,
be
I'll
that?
take-
No,
I'll take this out.
I feel like if
So-
anybody, Melo would be the Kevin Love of the Thunder. If anybody,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Melo.
yeah, exactly. If anybody's gonna be, it's gonna be
Paul George.
no.
I said Paul George.
If you say it's Paul George, then Paul George can't be the second. He can't be second on this list.
Paul
Just
George
saying.
is gonna. He brings
It's
a lot
gonna
to
be
the
Melo.
table
It's
for
gonna be
OKC.
Melo.
So
Paul
is
George
Jimmy
brings a
Butler
lot
for
to
the
the
Wolves.
table for OKC.
Butler
He
brings a
brings
lot to the
defense,
Wolves.
Yeah.
rebounding.
Butler's a
Butler-
better player than Paul
Butler
George.
brings defense. He brings
But
scoring.
it's not that big of a difference though. Like Butler's
What's
better,
not that
but
big of a
like
difference?
Butler's
OKC
better, but it's not
needs
that
it.
big of a
They're
difference.
about to go from like a 30-win team to like maybe a 50-win team.
Thank you.
No,
They're going
it's
from
other
a
guys
non,
too. We're
but
talking
they're
about
going
Jeff
from a
Teague as
non-playoff
well.
team to a
Jamal
playoff team.
Crawford. It's just not. Jimmy
I mean,
Butler.
but I feel like the Thunder are going to be a top 3 or 4 team in the West this year
Yeah,
with Paul
exactly.
George and Melo.
I think before Melo, they were already gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
top
Even
3,
before Melo kind of brings them. I mean,
So,
even we all
They,
hate on
they
Melo.
went from like
So,
being like a
it kinda
6
guarantees
to
them
8
maybe.
seed to like 3, 4. That's a pretty big.
Exactly.
Maybe
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
Maybe second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think it's Paul George that should be second. But hey, that's just
All right, let's take a vote. Let's take
people
a
really
vote.
sleep on.
Yeah, let's take a
Paul-
vote. Let's
Paul
take a vote.
George,
Let's take a
man.
I say Paul George. All right, Dom. You have Jimmy Butler.
Yep, Jimmy Butler.
All right, George.
Jimmy Butler. Let's just go there.
All right, KB.
Wait, what? Come on, why you switching? Paul George.
I had to think about it.
All right, so it's 2-2 right now. King.
I have Paul George as the third option. So
Okay. I got Paul George as the Paul George trade. I think is more impactful than the Butler trade. So that's 3-2.
3-2 SEC.
I got Butler.
Oh. All right, let's
Wait,
let's
didn't you
bring
just
it.
say?
Let the
bring
chat
it-
decide.
All right, let's let the chat. Let's
Let
let
the
the
chat
chat vote. Let's let
All
the
Let the chat
chat.
decide.
Spin
One's
out.
for Paul George, two's for Jimmy Butler.
Spam that.
Just Butler or George.
The fact that we're already stumped at 2.
Yeah.
Yo,
Wow.
come on, man.
He said Ricky Rubio. Should we just bring in someone from the Discord? The chat's low-key dead.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
bring in K Dot. I'll bring K Dot.
Yeah, bring in K-Dot. Bring in K-Dot.
All right, K Dot. Which one was a bigger move?
This man said,
am I on the pod?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just a quick second. Just a quick second.
Yeah,
Hey,
just
the chat's
yeah.
voting.
Okay,
Well, you're the tiebreaker. You're the tiebreaker.
Which
see a lot.
moves?
Fuck the chat.
Which 2 moves was it?
I
Which 2
see
moves?
twos.
Nah, bro. We don't see that. All right, K Dot. K Dot.
Which 2 moves was it?
Paul George or Jimmy Butler? Which was a more impactful move for their team?
I say Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
it
Boy,
is.
come on, bro. Hey, no,
It
another
is.
person, bro. Another person.
hell no.
Somebody
My
else.
man right there.
Nah, bro,
Alright.
this is not. Bro, how was Jimmy Butler?
really best
How
of
was the
three,
Jimmy
best
Butler
of
move
three,
more
yeah,
effective?
best
He's
of
not
three.
going to be the number one offensive option.
Best
He's not even going to be
Neither
the
is
number
Paul
one
George.
offensive option, bro.
Neither is
Nah,
Paul
be so,
George.
bro.
We had a
Neither
vote
is
for
Paul-
the L. This
Nah,
not even
bro.
an
But,
argument.
hey,
What?
let's see what the chat says. Let's see what the chat says.
The
They're
chat's
saying-
saying
they're
two.
saying
They're
two.
saying two.
Why did the
Alright,
chat
whatever, y'all got
low-key
it.
just get
Yo,
lit out
chat,
of
y'all
nowhere?
drunk. Y'all
Y'all
drunk.
got it. Y'all got
The
it.
Get outta
stream's
here.
delayed.
Delay.
Oh, yeah, the
Delayed
stream is
stream.
delayed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
That's
whatever.
why
Y'all
all
got it. Y'all
came
got
on.
it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
I was like, wait, what?
I know.
All right,
Anyways.
so I guess we can agree. Paul George.
Nah, we can't agree, but you guys can have it. We can't agree, but you guys can have it.
Y'all got it. But can we go Paul George at 3?
That's
Or
what I'm
is
saying.
it- or we
Wait,
saying- or we
is
saying
it?
Chris
Is
Paul?
it
We saying
though?
Chris
Is
Paul?
it?
Bro,
Is it?
stop,
Is it?
stop.
Hey, but Chris Paul is still on the board. I'm just saying.
Eh.
So we put CBT over
Do they
Paul
need
George
another ball
too?
handler?
That
No,
was
no,
my thing.
I'm just saying.
I'm
I'm saying this Paul George.
He'll be coming up soon.
All right, we going PG. If y'all say so. It's on record. Okay. So Paul George to OKC. And then Chris Paul? or are we going IT? Are we going IT, Millsap?
No, IT's.
Hayward.
Nah,
Hayward's
Hey, I was thinking,
Oh yeah.
I would say Hayward because without him, Boston's summer is probably kind of bad.
That's a fact.
really bad.
That's a fact.
well, they did have a number 1 pick. But...
It turned into 3. So we're going Hayward at 4? Maybe.
I think I'm leaning towards CP3.
CP3
Oh,
Hayward?
nah. I think Hayward is over CP3, man.
Really?
What he brings to the team, he brings a lot more than what CP3 does.
Coming from a Clipper fan.
Yeah, and I'm a Clipper fan.
Oh, he's turning.
Oh.
Nah, I'm not salty. A little bit.
I know. He might be. All right.
I'd probably go Chris Paul because I think like the Rockets seen more of contenders than the Celtics.
All right. So let's go ahead and put Chris Paul at 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hayward at 5.
Probably.
Or
Yeah, I'll go there. Yeah.
Or IT.
No, stop.
I say Hayward. I say
Let's
Hayward.
go Hayward.
There is consideration for Melo there too, though.
Nah.
Nah.
There's consideration.
There's consideration, but it's not big.
I mean, he's the reason we're now giving them the chance against like any team. Before, if they just had Paul George, I mean, let's be honest, they maybe win a game from the Warriors.
Look at this top 5, bro. This is the greatest offseason of all time.
It is.
That's crazy.
Those are some stars, man.
That's crazy. This is what we're gonna expect from every offseason now on, and it's not gonna live up to it.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like players are starting to be more mobile now. Like it's gonna. I feel like this is just.
There's not a lot that's gonna
era,
move though.
But yeah,
Is there?
like
I mean,
LeBron's
LeBron's gonna be a free agent next year.
Not this much. Maybe like
I mean,
2
yeah,
to
but this
3.
free agency.
I'm just saying, like other players are seeing this and they're starting to see how players are just moving around. I
But
feel
it's
like
not
this is
just
just
players
the start.
moving; it's teams. The teams are
Yeah,
moving.
exactly.
These players. That's the crazy part, though.
That's
It's
true.
not- It's not just players saying, "Oh, I want to play for this
Who else
team."
is
Next summer's the year Anthony Davis gets traded.
Hey, SEC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Next year could be good too. I'm saying next offseason.
Once
could be.
DeMarcus
SEC.
Cousins leaves, AD's gone.
I'm just waiting for that notification that says AD traded to Boston, man.
No, it's gonna be the Thunder. They're coming out of nowhere again.
Chill.
Yo, low key, if that actually happened, Jesus Christ!
I would be like, oh, okay.
You come out Steven Adams and freaking what's his name? Steven Adams and what's the dude's name? That was the best.
Grant.
Samaj Christian. For
And a second round pick.
Yo, if that shit happens, I'm
Not
gonna
officially
cry.
make the Thunder.
And then I hear the news
Best franchise of
that
all
Danny
time.
Ainge
Like,
wouldn't trade
trading
Terry
one.
Rozier.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
Ainge got taken
man.
hell.
All right, so we got Hayward at 5, and then we have IT left, Millsap, and Melo.
Melo. Big ones.
I would go Melo then IT.
Damn, Millsap.
Probably.
Millsap not
I
good.
don't know, like
Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, Zach Lee. That is what someone put in the chat. I'm sorry, I know it's random, but that's in the chat. Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, Zach Lee.
No, he put in Zach.
No, he said
Zachary Lee.
Zachary Lee.
Zachary Lee. I'm sorry.
I'm sleep.
That's a fan. Right
It
there.
became a meme now. They might as well.
It's a meme. SEC has a meme. His intro is now a meme.
That's crazy.
It's a meme. I'm dead. All right. So Melo to OKC is 6. IT to Cleveland at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over Millsap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he keeps them as a contender at least.
All right. IT to Millsap. I'm dead. Okay. And then Millsap to Denver. Okay, so
Hey, we're not
those are the
hating on
big
your
names.
Pelicans in the chat. I ain't got nothing against the Pelicans. Just y'all.
Y'all just trash.
Oh, damn.
Hopefully. I'm joking. All right, 9. So we got Lopez on the board, D'Lo on the board, Avery Bradley, that whole Houston package. Dwight.
Well, in terms of impact for the team, D'Lo is pretty impactful for the Nets.
Because they're going to make the playoffs, right?
Definitely.
Jesus Christ.
25 and 10.
Well, no, just because they got a player. No,
Yeah, they got a young
Yeah,
guy that
yeah,
can build
yeah.
around.
Something.
Yeah. So we're putting D'Lo at 9?
I don't wait.
Wait,
Ooh.
Oladipo.
I
would
put
take-
D'Lo over.
Yeah, I would take the D'Lo move over the Oladipo move.
All right.
So we're just gonna hit on Dwight Howard. All right.
Yeah, we are.
Yo,
Yes.
who is that guy? I don't know who he is.
Oh damn! All right.
I just don't know if it's over D'Angelo, even for impact.
I also see this Rudy Gay. Like, if Rudy Gay comes back,
Injured.
I don't know. Healthy, he's a.
Yeah,
pretty
why don't we
good-
just add the whole Clippers package? Where's that at? That's
Jesus
a lot
Christ.
of players.
Oh, this is,
I'm glad we didn't even.
Hold
You
on.
have that as an option. You might as well
Hold on.
just do that.
Do we?
at
That's a
10?
lot of players.
You guys know what's funny? You know what's funny?
It's a package.
The
It's a
Clippers
package
waited-
of players. How's that
The
not 10?
Clippers waited about 5 years to finally get a small, and they wait to Chris Paul to leave.
Can we put Paul Millsap
Oh
next, maybe?
man,
Wait, what'd you say, SCC?
Maybe Paul Millsap at 10?
Oh, we have Millsap at 8.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So we have Millsap at 8.
Crazy.
D'Lo to
Yeah.
then that's at 9. And then Oladipo?
Hey, I'm taking Avery Bradley over Oladipo.
Yo,
In terms of impact?
Yeah.
I take it. All right, let me update the
JJ
pool.
Redick?
Let me update the pool after.
oh, it's getting a little dry now.
Yeah, it's getting a little
Yeah,
dry.
these-
But it's still
these-
lit though.
most-
Like just because of the top 8? Damn.
yeah, but the rest of these moves are like,
Are we,
really?
Yeah.
Are they that important?
should D Rose be coming
Yeah,
up
so-
soon?
so
Because
we-
that actually is
D-Rose.
kind of important.
So D Rose is.
I actually think it is kind of important since he gives them someone off the bench.
So we just
Yeah,
gonna
no
forget
one
that whole
for it.
package though. We have a package of players.
I would go with the package right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because they got
Yes, Clippers get some love.
If the Bulls had more players, I would put Zach LaVine, but they have nobody. So
Laurie
Yeah,
Marketing?
that was just-
who?
No, because the Clippers got what is it? A first
Yeah.
All NBA first team defender. They got the 6th man of the year.
Montrezl
runner-up,
Harrell,
Yeah.
Montrezl
Lou
Harrell.
Williams.
Yeah, they got a lot.
Low-key, that should be higher, but I ain't gonna say that.
He said, but I'm gonna
I
let it
mean,
But it's a package of players,
slide.
not
He said,
one
but
player.
I'm gonna let it slide.
Y'all put it to a package.
but seeing how it's the Clippers, half
No,
those
but it
players
doesn't
are
matter.
getting-
No, let's not just hate on the Clippers. Just,
No one's
we're
hating on the
talking about a
Clippers.
package.
Y'all are cursed, bro.
If
Half
any
those
other
guys are going to
team,
be
okay,
injured.
listen, I forget it. If any other team got a package of players,
It would be
I
good,
think-
yes.
yeah, exactly. Wow, so just
because
never
y'all
mind.
because y'all cursed, it doesn't work for y'all like that.
Okay.
All right, so who are we putting at 11?
I'll go Rudy Gay.
Over the Clippers package. Shit.
Oh, I thought that was already on there.
All right, I'm gonna put the Clippers package
Yeah.
at 11.
Yeah, we ain't not top 10, all right.
Okay. Or Houston package to LAC. Okay, so just to recap real quick, here are the standings for the SoundCloud people. Number 1, Kyrie to Boston. Number 2, Butler to Minnesota. Number 3, Paul George to OKC. Number 4, CP3 to Houston. Number 5, Hayward to Boston. Number 6, Melo to OKC. Number 7, IT to Cleveland. Number 8, Millsap to Denver. Number 9, D'Lo to the Brooklyn Nets. Number 10, Avery Bradley to Detroit. 11, Houston, the Houston package to LAC, and now we are at 12. Okay. So Rudy Gay at 12?
Rudy Gay or Brooke
It's hard.
Lopez.
There's a lot of questions around Rudy Gay right now, so
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
not
kept
too high
going
on him
Rudy
at
Gay.
the moment.
I just
D-Rose,
think
can
with,
go-
like,
Same
the
goes
names
with
that
Levine.
with the names we
same with Levine too. They're both injured,
yeah.
so low-key, I got.
yeah, but like
I got
Rudy
question
Gay
marks
could
on
give
them.
something to the Spurs. The Bulls are
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
We
Bulls are
don't
gonna be
know
trash.
you don't know
either
how
way.
they're gonna come back. Like for some healthy players, we already know what they're gonna do. They're healthy.
And
And
it's just that Rudy
Good
Gay has
shot.
never helped the team win
yeah,
in his career.
exactly. Because when he left Toronto, remember when Toronto just got good right immediately
Same
after?
thing happened with Memphis.
Yeah,
true.
God dang. Ooh, Spurs gonna start losing games. No, I'm not gonna say that. Spurs fan gonna.
Now the Kings about to ball out too.
The Kings about to ball out.
Hey,
Oh,
low
if
key.
that happens, then wow, this guy's a curse. This guy's a curse.
Kings top 10.
Spurs missed the playoffs for the first time in 20 years because they signed Rudy Gay.
Yo, if that
Kawhi
happens,
had
Rudy
no
Gay is a
help.
curse.
Kawhi.
Oh man.
All right. So we putting at 12, man.
These are all like even.
Yeah. Dwight? I think it's time for Dwight. I think it's time.
Dwight
For
do we already put Victor Oladipo up there?
He really
No,
does
no,
impact
we don't,
that
we
team.
We don't. I say Victor Oladipo over Dwight. For the simple fact that for the Pacers, Victor Oladipo is a young player they can build around with Miles Turner if they decide to keep both of them and try it. I just see that more than what you
I
call
kind
it.
of agree
than
because
what the,
Dwight Howard is
But
consistent.
can we put Levine at 12 then, if that's the case?
I mean, I think Victor Oladipo, for the fact that he's healthier than Levine at the moment, he doesn't have like a catastrophic injury to change his game. Like
But what's
Levine,
his like huge impact on the Pacers right now?
just the same thing as D'Lo on the Nets. Just a young guy who's trying to build around.
I would have put him on the D-Lo.
I mean, I'm not saying he's on that D'Lo level. I'm just saying he's on that wave. Like for that team, just a young guy to build around since they don't have a star. Plus, they already have Miles Turner. I mean, I value that more than just having Dwight Howard, who's way out of his prime. He's not athletic as he used to be. He's not that same guy. I mean, yes, you're getting a good center. You're getting a solid center in the league, but I mean, come on now.
Low key, the Hornets are trying to win now. I don't know why. But
Oh God!
Low key, they're trying to win
very
now.
Low key. They're trying to win.
Hey, think about it though. They're not tanking.
Yeah, they're not tanking.
They're trying to make it out the first round.
They're trying to be the next Atlanta Hawks.
Oh yeah, I was just saying.
They're trying to win in the regular season and not show up in playoffs.
Hornets.
They're trying to make the playoffs.
Nah, they're not. They're like the Memphis Grizzlies.
MJ's always in the win now mode. I swear.
They're like the Grizzlies, man. We're trying to stay in the playoffs every year.
I bet they're. Yeah,
man, Kemba could be doing good on
Michael
some other
Jordan.
team.
He thinks Malik Monk is the next Michael Jordan, and MKG is the next Scottie Pippen.
Oh
Michael
my
Jordan,
goodness!
please, we need
How long has that guy been in the league now?
Man, free Kemba.
I kind of feel bad for Kemba.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist has been in the league for the same amount of time.
It's because that bad when they were the
Exactly.
Bobcats that
Wasn't
season.
he
It was
second,
that season.
second overall?
Yeah, he was a second pick.
Yeah, second. Yes.
Yeah, him and AD went to Kentucky together. They went 1 and 2.
Yep.
That's
He's been in the league that long.
How many games has
still
he
on the
played?
Hornets?
Like, isn't he always injured?
Michael Jordan didn't want to be part of the Bobcats.
His
You don't want
shot
members.
He
is
got
so
drafted to the
trash.
Bobcats.
I mean, his shot is so bad, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, it's got better. It looks
It
better.
did get better.
It got better.
I heard he's like a really good defender.
It's still like he's
he is.
coughing and sneezing while he's shooting. Like I shoot. That's how it looks.
Yeah, that shot was terrible. That was very terrible. But he changed it. He worked on it. That's one of the players I can actually say worked on his game. Like after he got in the league to get
He
better.
literally had to.
Yeah.
Low key, is Lonzo gonna do the
Yo,
same thing?
oh yeah, low key.
I don't think
we got
Lonzo,
Lopez.
because
We
Lonzo
really
can
got
actually
Lopez.
shoot. Like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist couldn't shoot, and his shot was up.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like, Lonzo
Lopez
can
is not on this list.
Lonzo get
How,
changed his form just because people hating him. He still
How
gets
did
stuck.
MKG go that long without ever changing his shot? Like, what coach told him that his shot form was fine?
I mean, that guy that coaches the Bobcats that went 10-72.
Oh man.
Cause they try.
Some guy said Brook Lopez is his second favorite player.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Brook Lopez right now.
I don't know why. What's going on? Yeah, he is good.
Yeah,
low-key.
it was a salary
I
dump
kind of
move.
forgot about Brook Lopez.
It was just a salary dump.
Yeah, I don't think that's that. I don't think.
I mean, I guess it is if you think about
Yeah,
what
they're trying to win. They're trying to make the playoffs.
So I guess that sets him up big time for next summer.
Yeah.
They're gonna need the cap too.
That's a nice tradable asset again.
So my vote for 12 is Oladipo.
They need the cap
Let's
so
do a
when
vote.
the
Let's do a
banana
vote.
boat squad comes in.
Let's do a vote. I got Oladipo at 12. Dom.
Yeah, I got Oladipo.
All right. George.
Hell, what's his go, Brook Lopez?
What?
The
He
hell.
said hell.
He said fuck.
Okay. He said fuck it.
All right. KB.
I got this man Victor Oladipo.
All right. King.
That's
I'll go
majority.
No,
Oladipo.
you gotta pick yourself.
But
man.
yeah, I got Oladipo. I got Oladipo.
All right, let's go
Why didn't you
Oladipo.
pick him first?
This guy. All right.
You're not gonna ask the SCD? Okay, true.
No, because that's majority.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
true.
I was gonna say Ricky Rubio.
Rick.
Rubio.
Trying to be different.
Utah Jazz first seed.
I'm different.
Okay, bro, we're not trying to get copyright claims. Chill. Chill. All right. So 13, we still got Jeff Teague on the board, Zach LaVine, Derrick Rose, Rubio, Rudy Gay, Brooke Lopez.
Honestly, D Rose might be
Honestly,
coming
I
up.
think I'm gonna have to go Redick with this next one.
I'm going with D Rose.
I would go Redick
I'll go
because
Zach LaVine.
think about it this way: like the Sixers are such a young team, and they needed that veteran to come in, especially at the shooting guard position, which like
That's a really good point.
yeah, and he adds a lot of value to that team because he can mentor them. Like they're all young. Like I think everybody on this starting lineup is under 25, and he can kind of be that like leader that they need.
Redick is a very mature.
Even though he was like, even though he really didn't do shit.
I would love to have him as a leader.
Hey, low key, is he gonna be the Tabo? Like how
Low-key?
Tabo was?
That's what I'm saying. Like I think I would put Redick at 13.
Hey,
honestly.
hold on. I have to say Redick now.
Really young.
Exactly.
All right.
That fit looks nice. It's a nice fit.
He's perfect in Philly. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why. That's why I said Philly's a
Like,
top
if
6
we talking
seed,
it-
but-
if
They
we talking
need
about
some
fit, if we
mature
talking
guy
about
to
fit.
take him to the at least the playoffs at least.
He's not
Yeah.
taking them to the
What?
playoffs.
No. Maybe. We don't know. We
JJ
don't know.
Redick has never missed the
Trust the
playoffs in his career.
process, man.
He's never
Trust the
missed the
process.
Him in the
playoffs.
right direction.
I'm
Like,
not
make
saying he's not taking them to the playoffs. You know?
And he has
Yo,
playoff
he's leaving
experience
there.
too. He has
Yeah,
playoff
he has-
experience too.
No, he's not good in the playoffs, but yeah, he has playoff experience.
Oh, he was on
No
the
one on the
Clippers.
Clippers got in the playoffs.
Yeah, he was on the Clippers,
bad.
yeah.
He was bad in the playoffs. He was bad.
I would
Yeah,
say
he-
I would say
He was
either
used to
Redick.
those first round exits.
I would say
Yeah,
either
he
Redick
was
or that package to Clippers or to the or the.
That's 11. That's 11.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind then. Never mind.
He said,
I didn't see that.
Okay. All right, so Redick to Philly at 13. 14, I'm leaning towards Jeff Teague because that was a pretty.
I'm
good
leaning
one.
towards. Did we get Brooke on the board?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
a
we
good
got Brooke.
But Jeff Teague, they needed a point guard, so.
Yeah.
Wait, what's all the
Super
options
team,
left?
low key, they have like 4 All-Stars.
Facts.
Memphis.
Yeah, they.
Minnesota, and they have a 6-man of the year candidate.
People be sleeping on Jeff Teague. People be sleeping on
Yeah,
him.
Are they a super team? Let's talk about that real quick. Is
Nah,
Minnesota
I
a
mean,
super
Jeff
team?
Teague gave him a
I wouldn't
reason.
say that now. Maybe like a few games into the
They
season,
have
we'll see.
talent.
Okay, so they
They
basically
have
have
talent.
they have
They have
3.5
blooming super team.
All-Stars, a 6-man of the year.
He said 3.5. How you
Let's
have
be real
all?
here. Jeff Teague was only All Star
You
because he
have
was in the
All-Star.
East. Jeff Teague's only All Star because he's in the East.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt. He was in the East. That's true.
What?
But he's
Come
like,
on.
you know,
And
another
Jimmy
Mike-
Butler was in
That
the
was,
East.
that
He
was
was
the
at
year.
noon.
Didn't like
If he was
4
in the West,
Hawks?
will he make it? Will he make it in the West?
Didn't like
That's what I'm
4
saying.
Hawks
Like in the
players
West,
make,
he's.
like,
I doubt he's
All-Star
even a
that
top
year?
10 point guard.
Okay,
Because
is
Damian
Hayward-
Lillard's not. Wait, Damian Lillard's not an All-Star.
Is
but
Hayward
Jeff
gonna
Teague is
make
an
it in the
All-Star.
West if he was in the West?
How does that make any
Well,
sense?
he did.
Yeah, he did.
Well, this year.
I mean, he's in
This year,
the
no.
East this year. He's in the
This
East.
year, no.
He's
Would've
definitely
made
But
making
like,
it this year.
okay, so the reason I said in the half, because of this conversation we're having, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Whatever.
He's a half
they
All-Star.
have
But he
3.5
made it in the
All-Stars.
West, which has to count for something. Once.
Not really.
Wait, who are we? Wait, who are we?
Yo,
Wait, but George
that's
Hill
a-
wasn't even an
wait,
All-Star
when
in
he
the
made it,
East,
when
so
he
what
made
your
it, that's
point
when
isn't
they
even
just
right.
tossed that's when they tossed Atlanta to
Wait,
the
George Hill? We talking about Jeff Teague?
Oh, Jeff
Yeah,
Teague, my bad. Jeff Teague.
He was an All Star in the East.
Yeah, he was.
Not last year.
2015.
Oh yeah, but bro, that was the one that's when Kyle Korver was in the All-Star game though. Come on
Yeah,
now.
I mean, but he still
Kyle
produced. He
Korver
let that
They
team
were
to
partying
Stop,
people. They was
stop.
like, "You can make it. You can make it. Go ahead."
Stop.
That's what I'm
Let's go.
saying, bro. They let 4 Atlanta Hawks players into the All-Star game, bro.
Bro,
The Atlanta Hawks
wait,
were
wait,
number one
time
team
out,
in
time out.
the East.
Okay, so
Were
16
they-
points.
Yeah,
per
they were
game,
61. Yeah, whatever.
si-
All right,
16 points, 7 assists,
Yeah, that-
2
I don't count that as
steals,
a-
40
But look at
wasn't
Damian
really
Lillard. Look at Damian Lillard. He never made the All
But
Star.
how many point guards average that nowadays?
He's one of them.
One of all of them.
Shit.
So why
One
Dennis
of
Schroeder
all-
Okay,
wasn't an
so
All-Star?
so back to my original point. 3.5 All-Stars.
We'll get out of here.
We'll get
All right,
3 and
whatever,
a quarter.
you're
3 and
right.
a quarter.
A 3.25. A 6-man of the year candidate. A coach of the year candidate. Low key. That's a super team. Low key.
Nah. The super team, the standards of a super team are way above like what they are like back then. Like I feel like maybe in 2012 this might be a super team, but now this is not.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Is OKC a super team?
No, they are not a super team.
You don't think OKC's a super team?
They have Westbrook, Paul George, and an old Melo that's gonna be like the Kevin Love when he comes in. That's not
you really don't think
OKC's a super team?
What?
OKC is a super team.
Do you think the Cavaliers are a super team?
Of course.
Dude, honestly, like I said, the Warriors are so above everybody now. They're like the super team.
Look,
that's not even the question we're asking. Though. Are the
it depends,
Cavaliers
bro.
super team?
It depends.
What do you mean? It depends.
It depends, bro.
Super team?
It depends.
If they're playing the Warriors or not.
If they're playing the Warriors or not.
Okay, so when they're playing any other team, are they a super team?
What do you mean?
Are they? If they're playing any other team other than the Warriors, are they a super team?
Oh yeah, of course. But if they're playing the Warriors, they're not a super team.
Using that logic,
if they're playing the Warriors, they're not a super team.
If the Thunder are a super team, then if they're playing anybody other than the Warriors.
All right, yeah, okay, sure. If they're playing anybody but the Warriors,
so you know what? The Thunder are a super team.
He's the same guy that said that there was only 2 superstars in the league at one point.
Bro, why do we still bring that up?
Because that was blasphemous.
Yo, so I'm saying. If the Thunder's a super team and they have 3 All-Stars, and the Timberwolves have 3.25, 3.25,
but they have Russell Westbrook though,
and they have Cat.
But Cat,
but Cat ain't no MVP though.
Okay, I don't think they're a super team.
But the Timberwolves had 2 top 10 players. Top 11.
But
2 players that at least.
Is Paul George top 10? Is he top 10?
No. He's like 13, 14.
Paul George is a superstar. Superstar.
I just don't think the Wolves are old enough for them to be considered a super team. They're just not old enough. I don't think they have enough experience to be a super team.
Were the Thunder a super team when they went to the finals?
I don't think so.
So that's my thing. I don't think there was a super team. No, they were
like 22, 23.
Thank you. They were
young. Still a super team.
They were inexperienced.
Like little kids.
Nah.
That's like saying the Philadelphia 76ers are a super team.
But they're on 2K. That means they're a great team, but a super team is a different thing.
You really don't think the 2012 Thunder were a super team?
Super team, no. I think they need to change the criteria for a super team.
Yeah, that's what
I've been saying this whole time.
The criteria of a super team has changed.
Wait. So you have Kevin Durant. That's self-explanatory.
Young KD.
Averaging 28 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. 1 block, 1 steal.
Young KD.
That still counts.
What do you mean, young KD? He's averaging 28 points.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So they have Russell Westbrook.
But he was averaging 28 points. It doesn't matter how old you are.
24, 6, 5, and 2.
Okay.
James Harden, 6th man of the year. 6th man of the year. James Harden, right? Serge Ibaka, 4 blocks per game. 9 and 8. That's a super team, bro.
I don't think that's a super team.
What? What's a super team? What's a super team?
You need experience to be a super team in my book.
They went and lost to the they lost to the Heat in 5 games.
They were destroying everything.
I mean, the Heat were also another super team though.
They went to the finals.
Okay, so were the Lakers with Magic Johnson his rookie year not a super team? Because they didn't.
But wasn't Kareem like 35?
But Magic had no experience.
I mean, but that was different. It was like one player. It's different if it's one player, but all the guys.
Their starting five was old enough to be a
He said, but Magic.
Are we supposed to average out the roster? Somebody's got to average the roster.
Honestly, honestly, it doesn't matter for me, like how old you are, like what experience. Like if you're good,
if you come in the league averaging 35 points per game, like
exactly.
You can't say like, it's a young KD.
Like LeBron out of the gates, LeBron was like almost a superstar. I know,
but it's a difference between being a superstar and having a team.
But
that's what I'm saying.
So
what do you mean? What?
Let's say LeBron was enter the Warriors right now. LeBron enter the
Warriors. Superstar and being a super team. What do you mean? What? I'm confused now.
So Walt came into the league averaging 44 points per game.
But if you have the pieces around you that are good and you're good, then that's a super team, bro.
Oh, I gotta go.
Wait, King. Are you trying to say the Wolves are a super team?
I mean, I don't know, honestly. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
They might be. They could
already. But I don't think we can compare them to the Thunder. We can't compare them to that Thunder team.
I gotta go.
I don't think we can compare them to that Thunder.
All right, let's say Anthony Davis.
Because they made the finals. What do you mean why?
Guys,
chill.
Let's say Anthony Davis went to Minnesota Timberwolves. What do you think about them? if Anthony Davis went to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
What's that mean?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm thinking of a scenario. Let's say Anthony Davis was a free agent right now and he went to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're all still young. What is that? A super team or not?
That's a super
That's
team.
a super team.
Yeah, so the age doesn't matter, right?
That's what I was arguing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So who
Okay.
said the age does matter?
So the Wolves have 2 top 11 players. Andrew Wiggins, have a quarter of an All-Star in Jeff Teague, 6th man of the year.
Bro, stop saying that. He's not an all-star.
I said a quarter.
Bro, stop, bro. He's not an all-star. He's not an all-star. He said a quarter of an all-star. Well, if that's the case, then Melo is like a half all-star.
No, he's a full All-Star. Chill.
Oh yeah, because he was an all-star.
Yeah.
He almost didn't make it last year.
The Timberwolves are a super team, man. That's all I have to say.
Man.
Oh, so wait.
I don't think so, but
So is Damian Lillard not an all-star then?
Who?
he is an
Damian
all-star.
Lillard.
Well, I mean, he plays like an all-star. He just hasn't been an actual all-star.
So this is
For a
where the
while.
lines are kind of blurry.
Magic Johnson has no experience in that. Alright. For 14.
I would put shit.
I said Teague.
Gotta put my man D
originally.
Rose in this.
I said Teague originally.
I would put Crawford. I'd put Crawford.
Yo, you gotta
Over
make it
Teague?
D Rose.
What?
D Rose.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Because Teague is starting. Because
That was kind of
I know. I thought we already put Teague down. I thought we had already put Teague down. I thought we were at 15.
Bro, okay, why is everybody saying D Rose? I don't
Because
get
he's
it.
like a 6th man.
Okay, but
Yo, and also this
okay.
is what they need.
Isaiah
Thomas injured right now.
I
Isaiah's injured right
legitimately
now.
don't think I'm not putting a bench player over a player that's going to be a starter on the team.
What about Melo?
He's
Melo
gonna
might be
start
bench.
for like at least.
Melo's starting, bro.
But do we know that for sure?
Melo's
He's
not
gonna
going to be a
start-
bench player.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do we
Okay,
know?
is IT starting for sure?
I mean,
low-key.
probably
That's
not
what
because he's
Jesus
gonna be
Christ.
injured for a little
Okay,
bit.
so
but-
why is he 7?
And especially
I don't know. Why is he 7? I didn't put him as
that contract. Yo, we gotta consider the contracts too.
He said that's a
So-
you problem.
This man D Rose took the league minimum, $2 million.
That's a
don't
you
think-
problem.
I don't think that was
No, but I'm
volun-
just saying,
that wasn't
like-
like voluntary.
I didn't
like,
have to sign to Cleveland.
That was because no one wanted to sign him. He had no
wasn't really
choice.
voluntary. Yeah,
But low key, and LeBron's been saying a lot of positive things.
Wasn't
about D-Rose
LA
recently.
offering more?
were they?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I
We
don't
better
know.
not
I
have been
don't know.
offering him more.
No. Oh yeah.
You mean the Clippers?
No, I'm
Well,
talking
the
about
Clippers
LA.
backed out.
Because
Are we still
wasn't
discussing? Are we still discussing 15 or 14? What do we?
we're at 15.
15.
now.
Yo,
I
let's
said
vote on
Crawford.
this one.
Crawford's my 15.
Yo, Crawford is. Oh man, please,
Lopez
trust me.
is still there. Gallo's still there.
Crawford is
But
inconsistent.
Crawford is
Why is he still there?
What about
Crawford.
Levine?
Crawford
Great
has bench
defense.
depth though.
What,
And he's-
what
he's
about
See what
Levine?
Crawford was doing for the Clippers off the bench. He's gonna do that for the Wolves off the bench.
What
Like,
was he
come
doing
on.
for the off
Being
the bench?
inconsistent?
What do you mean? He was consistent. I mean, he was.
He was- no, he was-
He's not. He was never
was
consistent.
Hey, but
Oh
when
my
they needed him, he was there, bro.
He
When they
was-
needed him.
no, he was not
Where-
there.
Except-
So where was he?
Bro, he
where was
averaged.
in
There
the
was a
playoffs?
season. Bro, there was
I
a
know
season
Jamal
where he
was in the
averaged like
playoffs,
18
trust
points
me.
per game as a 6-man, bro.
A season.
Those
Not
are
this
was he
season.
in the playoffs?
Inconsistent. Yeah,
Ah,
this
whatever,
year was like
whatever.
10. It was the most inconsistent 10 points I've ever seen in my life. Seriously, that's how I felt. That's
Or
This is
40
coming
one
from
game,
KB.
20 the next, 1 point the next.
Exactly. That is how it is. That is how it is from Jamal. And I can't
I'm not
stand
gonna lie, that is-
D'Lo is
That
more
is-
consistent than Jamal Crawford. That's a problem.
No.
Mm,
He's D-Lo on steroids.
D'Lo trash.
And Jamal is like, don't forget, Jamal like 39 or something like that.
Hey,
And
take
he's like
Houston
zero
to the
defense.
take the Clippers package off the
Okay,
pool.
okay.
'cause I
So
keep thinking-
Jamal game
I keep
7.
thinking that's awesome.
Yeah, he had 20 points per game. He had 20. He had 20 points.
Mm.
What you mean?
Wait, what?
Who
In
adds
game
20 points?
7. In game 7.
Of
Against
what?
the
Oh,
Jazz.
against-
Against the Jazz. He had
against the
20
Jazz?
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's because what?
On
Blake
50%
Griffin-
shooting?
Blake Griffin was out.
No, I'm saying if they can have that Jamal like for the whole season, which
They
probably
can't.
won't happen.
happen.
That'll never happen.
Yeah, it won't
It'll
happen.
never
But like if they could,
But
There's
that's,
no good. It's
A
not
20
gonna
point
happen.
per game Jamal.
that's like saying if the Cavs could have. That's like saying if the Cavs could have MVP D Rose.
but
Yeah.
this Jamal was last season. It was the last game he played.
No,
or
last
the
year.
last few games he
Last
played.
year, D-Rose
That
actually
is your
dropped
last
18
game.
points.
Hey.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You just as good as your last game.
Oh, his last game was awful.
Yeah, 20 points.
Okay, Bo.
It was inconsistent, all right?
50% shooting?
How do you score an he scored inconsistent 20 points on 50%, bro? That's just,
Wait, it was 50%.
Bro,
Look at
bro,
the-
everyone's
look at the game
DeAndre
before-
Jordan.
Look at the
Chill.
game before that.
He obviously made his first 10 shots, then missed
Okay,
his
let me
next
look at
10
the game
shots.
before that. 12 points? That's not bad.
What's the
bro,
field goal
Jamal's
percentage?
15. Jamal's
42?
15.
42? That's not bad.
Nah, it was
Off
the
the
game
bench?
before that.
Oh my
The
god.
game before that. It's got to be the first 2 games. That's
The
for sure.
game before that, he had 4 points. Okay, he trashed.
Yeah.
Dwight.
I mean, but who else? If not Dwight.
What? Not over Jamal? Come on, man.
I mean.
What about Zach LaVine though? Even though he's injured, I mean,
How
he's
valuable
someone
is
that-
Dwight even to the Hornets? They might not even make the playoffs.
Consistently inconsistent.
But are the Timberwolves making the playoffs because of Jamal?
I mean, he helps. He sure does help.
Because of who?
That is
Dwight helps
facts.
too.
Well, what does Dwight really do, honestly?
That's what I'm saying.
What
is
is
it?
Jamal-
Rebound and play
And
defense.
rebounding.
Rebound and play
And second
defense. He
chance
does more than
points.
Jamal. I can tell you that.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
He does way more than Jamal Crawford.
Solid 10 and 10 at least.
Solid.
He's still gonna do.
Yes,
What about
at least
KCP? What about
he's giving you
KCP?
double-double. He's doing.
What about Danilo? What
Yeah,
about
that's what I'm
Gallinari?
saying. What about
Yeah,
I like
I would
Danilo,
I would
but
say Danilo.
also
I would
his
say Danilo
injuries.
because that's
I mean, because
Injuries.
without
He's gonna come
without
back.
Danilo, are we even having the Clippers in the playoffs this year?
Yeah, low key without
with
Danilo, we are the playoffs.
That's just me.
without
So
Danilo,
we
we are
got
the playoffs.
Danilo.
That guy can really
at
shoot
15.
people like
So we going Danilo? Oh, okay.
But Dwight has to be top 15, man.
But
He
not.
doesn't have to
But
be
he's
top
not.
15.
Over who?
Look who's
Over
above
who?
him. Exactly. Look who's above him.
I feel like Dwight needs to get some respect.
What?
Your
Over
feelings
what?
is wrong. I'll be the first to tell
He
you.
said, "Fuck your feelings."
Your feelings is wrong, buddy. Dwight don't deserve to be
Yeah,
top
no love
15.
on
He
Dwight.
just- ever since he took a Magic jersey off, that took him
All
out
right,
of any
chill.
top consideration.
Hey,
I'm
he was
just
pretty good
saying.
on the Rockets. He was pretty good.
Yeah,
on
he
the
was pretty
Rockets.
good on the
That
Rockets.
was
He
1 year.
Still
1 year.
pretty good. He's putting
He
up
was the
decent
Dwight-
numbers.
The Dwight on the Rockets is the Dwight I think I'm going to see. Well, no, the Dwight from the Hawks is what I think I'm going to see. Charlotte.
Yeah, Hawks Dwight was pretty average. He wasn't terrible.
He was a solid
True,
big man.
true.
He wasn't terrible.
He was a
I
top
would
15
take him,
center. He
Yeah,
was
I
a
would
top
take him
15
over
center.
a good amount of
I don't
starting
know,
men in the league.
But
But
it's just he still had his tendencies. Like he gave up on the team down the stretch because he
Yeah.
wasn't getting his way.
Like Dwight's a good player. I feel like he's just mentally like. he
Remember
has-
the way he
Yeah.
started that
That's
play?
the only concern. He just gives up too easily.
Loki, is Dwight top 10 still? Center?
Yeah.
yeah.
no.
No.
I don't know.
Center?
I think I have.
Isn't it
I
a
think
lot
I
of
have him.
centers?
I might have him as like
No.
15. I might have him
There's
as
not a
15.
lot of centers. to not put
15?
on there.
Not like top 15. Like top 15.
Yeah, I'll
He's
give
top
it.
What?
10. He's top 10.
He's top 10.
He
He's
might.
top
He
10.
might still be top 5, low key.
No.
That might be
I know,
another
that's-
stretch.
that's
I
a
don't
Who's
know.
stretch.
5?
That's
Who's
a
5?
stretch.
Who's top 5?
Well, we
What
got
you mean?
Whiteside. Just to throw names out there, we have Whiteside.
Okay, never mind.
Jokic. Yeah, exactly.
All-
I named
all-
two,
all-
and they
all
weren't
the-
the best.
All the
He's
names
top
just
10.
came up into.
I was like, I named the two, and they weren't even the best.
I was
Like,
just thinking about Boogie and Whiteside, and then.
Yeah.
Alright, and then Gasol, and then freaking everyone
Bro,
else
he's still
flying.
top 10.
Yeah, we have Gasol still. Gasol's
He's
still.
like
Dwight
seven.
is
He's like
Dwight
seven.
top 10? I would
I
have to
mean,
look
he
at a
put up
list.
what, like
I would have to
13?
Rudy
look at the
Gobert.
list.
I got
I'm
Rudy
not
Gobert.
lying.
I would have to
Like,
see a list.
Y'all want to do it right now?
Joel Embiid.
I mean,
Why
we can
not?
do it
We
real
have time.
quick.
Yeah,
We
why
can do it real
not?
quick.
Alright,
Oh,
so
this actually might be
one
close.
cat,
Alright.
because it's not Boogie.
Boogie.
Yeah. I forgot about Cat
It's
too.
cat. It's cat.
Cat,
Okay,
yeah,
in
got
no
a cat.
particular order. Can we just do this in no order? Because
Yeah, no order. No order.
No order.
Yeah,
'cause-
No, I was about to start getting pissed.
Just list 10 centers better than Dwight. That's all we have to do.
So we have
Thank you.
Cat,
Cat,
Boogie,
Boogie,
Whiteside,
Jokic, Whiteside,
Rudy Gobert,
Rudy
Marcus
Gobert,
Gasol.
that's 5.
Marcus
Al-
Gasol,
Al-
Six.
Can I say
Gasol.
Al Horford? Can I put Horford?
Al
DeAndre
Horford,
Jordan.
I'll take Al Horford. DeAndre Jordan, I'll take over him.
Man, Al Horford ain't no center.
Brooke Lopez.
Joakim
Brooke
Noah.
Lopez.
Nah,
Brook Lopez?
Dwight's
Yeah,
better.
I'll
Dwight's
put-
better.
I take Brooke Lopez. I think I might take Brooke
I'll
I
Lopez.
take
Brook Lopez
Dwight.
over Dwight.
I take Dwight.
I take Dwight. I take
Lopez.
Nah, Brook
I
Lopez
take
is out here
Dwight.
shooting
Yo,
threes.
but
I'm
what Brooke
taking him.
Lopez puts up on offensive side, I don't think Dwight can do that.
But
Yeah.
Brook Lopez, but Dwight Howard rebounds and
Yeah,
Defense?
Brook Lopez does not rebound. That's true.
Defense?
But at least he's decent.
Hey,
on
bro.
defense.
Yo,
I'm
you
taking
can't tell me
13,
nothing.
13.
Brooke Lopez is pulling threes.
So we have
Hey,
8
yo,
right now. We
I'll-
have 8 right now. We have 8.
So we not putting
Chill,
Brook
chill.
Lopez.
Yo, Joel Embiid.
Joel.
Okay. I'll put
9?
Joel.
9?
Yeah, I'll put Joel.
Yeah,
then Dwight.
I'll
And
do
then
Dwight.
Dwight at number
Nurkic.
10. That's it.
Nurkic.
Dwight at number 10.
Nikolai
Nurkic.
Vucevic.
I put
Oh,
Nurkic
man,
over.
sorry, Dwight, you're not
I
top
put
10.
Nurkic. I put
Nurkic
Nurkic.
and Vucevic are better than Dwight.
I put Nurkic
and
over.
Vucevic.
Of course. Of
Vucevic,
course.
yeah.
And Vucevic? Y'all-
Hey,
y'all-
Miles. Hey,
Vucevic is better than
oh,
Dwight.
shoot, yeah. And then there's Miles Turner.
Oh,
too.
above
Miles
Valanciunas.
Turner.
Nah.
Okay,
Miles
damn, we're
Valanciunas.
killing Dwight right now. We're
Valanciunas?
just killing Dwight.
Yo,
Nah.
low-key Valanciunas?
No,
Oh, that's
Oh, no,
what you
no,
mean.
no,
That's
no.
what you mean.
Valanciunas.
Dwight's top
I-
10. Y'all tripping.
I think we have
Dwight's
10.
not top 10.
I got-
So you're taking
he's top
Dwight
15.
over Miles Turner, Newsom
Yes,
Nurkic
right now,
and
yes.
Nikolai Vucevic.
I'm
Right
not
now,
taking.
yes.
Hey, Steven
That's
Adams,
it.
Steven
Come
Adams,
on.
Steven
Adams.
Adams.
I'm not taking Dwight over
Steven
Steven
Adams.
Adams.
I'm just saying,
I'm
bro.
not taking Dwight over Steven Adams.
What?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Steven Adams.
Can
Yo,
block
you're
Why?
pulling the
Why would
names
you?
out of your ass
Why would
right
you?
now.
Why
Oh,
would
hey,
you?
hold up, Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond.
Nah,
I'm taking Dwight
nah,
over Drummond. I
I'm
forgot
taking
about
Dwight.
Drummond.
I'm taking Dwight.
Taking Drummond. What are you talking about? I'm taking Drummond.
I don't
I'm
know
taking
why
Drummond.
you feel
Bezos in denial.
I'm
Bro,
taking-
Bezos, you in denial right now, bro. I'm taking
There's no
Drummond.
well. There's no well.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's where we draw the line. That's where we draw.
Oh damn. No
That's where we draw the line.
Not at Vucevic. Not at Vucevic.
Nah, bro, we draw the line at Nerlens.
He said not at Vucevic. We draw the line at Noel. I mean,
Joel
Vucevic.
before?
Look at his number. Look at Big Vooch numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at Big Vooch. Big Vooch. He said Big Vooch.
Look at Big Vooch's numbers.
Whose mic is that? Whose mic is that?
The Voochinator, bro.
The Voochinator. Big Vooch.
Big Vooch.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Okay, so we draw the line at Noel, right?
This man Bezos is dead.
We draw the line at Noel, right?
So yeah, we mentioned. All right.
All right. Oh,
Holy shit.
Bezos is
Oh,
dead
shit.
right now.
Crying right now.
I'm good. I'm good. Oh shit. He said Big Vooch. I'm dead. Okay. Alright, so Dwight is top
Dwight.
10. Dwight's top 10. He's top
Oh
10.
shoot! Wait,
We
Zaza?
named like 15,
Zaza?
bro.
Yeah, we dead in lane like 20.
Top.
We named like 15, bro.
He's top 15 probably.
Yeah.
Yes,
and some of those
top
15 were
yes.
like questionable. So
He's top 25 on a good day. All right, that's it. We're done.
yo, chill. He said top 25.
What?
I mean, he's definitely top 20.
Oh yeah, definitely. No question.
Oh
no
yes,
question.
of course.
No
Yeah,
question.
you got it. You got it.
Hey, but you know Noel is top 22.
Is
he-
big
is he-
boo-boo with the
This man
chat.
Bezos is still weak.
Big voo voo. Head ass.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh, I think Olenek is a power forward.
No.
Well,
Why
even
are we
if he was a
talking about
center-
Kelly?
No, because somebody in the chat said Kelly Olenek.
Even if he was a center, even if
I'm
you
just
can't take him over Dwight.
Of course, obviously not. Well, maybe I don't know. I'm a Heat fan.
Whoa, chill.
I'm a Heat fan, bro. I gotta my
Chill.
players,
Oh
bro.
my god. Yo,
Oh, Miles Turner.
And we said
It's my turn to.
Dwight's
Is
top
Miles
10.
Yo, I might take
So,
Miles
yo,
Turner low
low-key,
key, bro.
Are we really gonna forget Zaza? Are we?
Yes, we're going to forget Zaza.
Yo, chill out.
He
That meme
back
is
to
dead.
the
That
team,
meme
bro.
is dead.
He got a ring on his
The
finger.
Zaza meme is dead.
Somebody said, who was, wait, hold on. I just missed the name. Wait. No. Where was it? Damn it, I missed it. Ennis Cantor. They said Ennis Cantor is better than
Enes
Dwight.
Kanter's a center.
Oh, tripping.
Chill.
Y'all tripping.
Yo, low key, Nene. It's like, no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I mean, since we're already here, I mean, Marching Gortat?
Dwight better not see
Yo,
this.
okay, relax.
Big Vooch?
If Dwight, if you're watching this, Dwight, I'll say your
Big
top
Vooch,
10,
bro. Big Vooch, bro.
I have never heard that before, Dom. I'm sorry, man.
Well, Dwight, if you're watching this, you better be motivated.
Yo, B, so you brought this upon yourself. Let's see.
All right, man.
You wanted to bring this up, Dwight.
Dwight
Let's
is
do
top
let's do the Q&A, man. Let's do the Q&A. All right, let's bring in.
If someone comes in here, talk about Dwight.
Who we bringing in?
Let's bring in Father Meme Daddy because he's the only one not muted.
Unmuted, yeah.
All right, bro.
What up? What up?
What's good?
What's popping?
Oh, word.
Facts.
Wait, what? I'm lost.
What's good, bro? What's good?
Yo,
What
what's
up,
up?
man?
What's going on?
So, do you have any problems with the list?
Yeah.
Do we have
Any
complaints?
conflicting opinions? Yeah.
Not so far.
Where,
Oh,
where are
good.
you at?
Oh,
It's
dead ass.
done. It's
Not so
done.
far. Yeah, we
It's
yeah we
done.
done, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm lost. I just
How
put my
about this? Do you
headphones
think
back
Do you think Dwight's a top 10 center?
on. I mean, I think he is. I think he is.
You think he is? Oh no.
I think he is.
Yo, Drummond though, low key. Drummond.
Oh my
Drummond might be
God.
better.
Drummond's better than him. What?
Exactly. Drummond's better than him.
Drummond
I
is
think.
better than him. What the heck?
No.
Would you
put Al
take
Horford
Big
over him?
Vooch over Dwight Howard?
He's younger.
Big Vooch.
No.
You don't even know who Big Vooch is. Stop.
Yeah, you know. Do you know about Nikola Vucevic? Would you take him over?
I do know who he is.
Oh, okay.
Serbian. I know his
I
nationality.
know he was Serbian, but yeah, that's what's up. I mean,
You wouldn't take Big Vooch over Dwight.
No.
You're tripping.
I would. Well, doesn't he put up like 18 and 9? Like he's a beast.
Oh, and he hasn't been to the playoffs his whole career.
I mean, who does he play for?
He has Magics, man.
Same team Dwight used to play for.
Dwight took that team to the.
I mean, but we're talking about now Dwight.
Hedo Turkoglu.
We're talking about now
Dwight is
Dwight.
a walking double-double.
I mean, so was Vooch.
Oh, he's 18 and 9. He's a.
But that's one rebound. Are we?
It's not a double-double.
It's not a double.
But his career is 14 and 10 though. Come on.
Oh,
That's his career. That's not last year.
All right, stop. He brought up Orlando
Last
Dwight,
year,
so I can bring out...
he averaged 14 and last year. Double last year.
What?
Tell him.
Dwight had 13 and 13.
Okay, but he averaged 19.
Oh.
13 and 13.
13 and 13 versus 14.6.
Wasn't Dwight like the fourth option?
Ooh, 6? He averaged 6 assists?
Who made the playoffs?
No, Jesus. I said 14.6.
Oh, I thought you said...
I thought he said 14, 6, and 10.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said too. I was going to say, yo, Nikola Jokic.
I'll still take Vooch over Dwight.
Yeah, I'd take Vooch too.
Wow. Wow, the disrespect.
How is that disrespectful, bro?
He's taking Big Vooch over Dwight.
Yes, but I'm taking Big Vooch over Dwight.
I'm taking Vooch.
He's been to the playoffs.
Nah.
Even if you don't take Vooch over Dwight, that was the 12th big man I named, so it's still like 11.
Yeah, exactly. Now he was like the 13th or 14th.
Like that's we're arguing over Dwight being 13. That's where it's at.
Yeah, bro, he's top 10.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a Miles Turner.
He's better than Vooch at least. He's better than.
I think Miles Turner. I would take Turner. I'd take Miles Turner.
I'll take Miles Turner over Dwight.
Oh my god.
Nah, come on, Turner is way better.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring
Let's take a look at Miles Turner's stats.
I'm about to do the same thing right now.
Let's
That's what
not,
I'm saying,
let's
bro.
not, let's not.
Bro, because he averaged 14 and 7, bro.
And
On
he was in the playoffs.
80% from the field throw, free throw, bro.
I don't look at them stats.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't know 7.
Y'all already know my question.
I don't actually.
We really don't.
Nikola Vucevic? Come on.
What about him?
What about Big
What a
Vooch?
question. What a question.
Yeah, that wasn't a question.
Dwight's not top 10.
Bro, get out of here with that, bro. He's not.
Dwight's
No, he's
top
not.
10.
So wait.
Bro,
So
we just sat here and named like 13 centers and we were debating over
all of the
Vooch, guy.
guys.
I know, and I said no to like the last 5.
He's better than Vooch.
Bro, stop.
He's better than Vooch. Better defensively. He's a better rebounder.
Okay, so Vooch was 13. So out of the top 12 guys we named, who was he better than? Because Vooch was 13.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Vooch was 13. We were debating over Vooch and Dwight.
Name him again. Come on.
Bro, we just sat
You
here.
can go wait till the podcast over and go back and listen to it again.
No,
Andre Drummond, he's better than Andre Drummond.
Oh, but we got time to name all these names.
Bro,
He's better than
He's not better than
Miles
Drummond.
Turner.
Stop it.
He's not better than Drummond.
You know why he should be
You
on
guys are
that list?
smoking.
Y'all
You-
biased.
You know
How
why
we
he should be on that list? You know why he should be on that list?
Bro, Drummond
He should be
averaged
at the
13 and 13.
14
I'm
and
better
13.
What?
And he made the playoffs.
But 1 point, he was playing on the freaking Rocket. What was he? No, he was playing on the Hawks.
He was on the Hawks and he was the third option,
He
and he
was
almost
playing on
averaged as much
Drummond.
as he did.
Bro, stop.
No, he was
Bro,
playing on
come on,
Detroit.
man.
Bro,
Hey,
Detroit
but
was corrupt last year. We all know that. Sorry, SEC, but like that's just how it was.
I know.
Hey,
know.
but
Are we still talking about Dwight?
He said, "I agree."
Dwight,
Nah, bro.
Dwight, bro, come on, man. Y'all got to be kidding me, bro.
Wait, look at this person's list in the chat. Name a center on there that Dwight Howard's better than.
He should be at 50. Where's
Besides
that?
Adams.
I don't.
Besides Steven. Besides
Wait, which
Steven.
chat?
Okay. Lopez.
Definitely not better than Steven.
Right now, I'd say he's better than.
All right,
Nurkic,
better than Lopez and Adams. Nurkic, no.
Where's the list? I don't see it.
Drummond.
He posted it's
Tremblay.
Towns, Cousins, Jokic, Gasol, Embiid, Gobert, Whiteside, Jordan, Nurkic.
I'll put him at 9.
He's better than Jordan.
Yeah, yo,
He's
he's
better than Jordan.
No,
What?
no, he's not better than Jordan. Chill
He's
out,
not
chill out.
okay. You guys
better
need to
than
chill.
Jordan. Wait, what? Who said that?
I did, yeah. I think he is.
You tripping,
You
bro.
Okay,
Clippers-
you tripping. Chill.
Nah, I'm not even trying to be
You
biased.
must be a Clippers
DeAndre
fan.
Jordan is
You
a
the
better
Clippers
version of
guy.
He
Dwight.
said you must be a Clippers fan.
I am a Clippers fan.
Bro, he should be.
No, but DeAndre is a better version of Dwight. What do you mean?
Danilo is not as good as
And a
you
more
guys think.
athletic
You guys are
version.
gonna regret getting Danilo. He's not as good as you guys.
Danilo. You mean Danilo?
Think. Danilo.
Danilo.
Y'all. Y'all
Just call him Gallo. We just gonna call him Gallo, right? That's it.
Gallo is trash.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Chill.
We talking about Dwight. You talking
Hold
about
up,
Gallo.
Danilo. I'm gonna have to
saying
bless you with these stats.
Pause.
He should be on the top 15. He should be 15. Dwight should be 15. That's all I'm saying. He has a bigger impact.
Okay, we said top 10.
Hold up.
You said top
You
15.
calling Danilo?
I'm talking about on the list. On the list that you.
Oh
got
no! But you just called Danilo trash, bro. You just called him trash, and he's not.
Danilo should not be on that list.
He averaged 18 points, five rebounds,
He don't care.
Bro,
He don't care.
18 points on 11 field goal
Dwight-
attempts.
Dwight-
18. Listen, 18 points on 11 field
18
goal
points.
attempts. On 11 field goal attempts.
That is
But
amazing.
he just said he
Bro,
don't
you
care.
smoking, bro.
He just said he don't
He's
care.
smoking, bro.
Dwight-
You smoking.
Dwight would have a bigger impact
smoking.
on that team than Danilo, bro.
He averaged 18 and oh my god.
Yo, he's gonna bring a lot of
Danilo had a
spice to the team,
career
bro.
year. And
That's what I'm saying. How you gonna call him trash when he had the best season of his career,
Dwight is
bro?
gonna have.
He's not even listening to me, bro.
He don't care, man.
I don't care, bro. I'm
All right, whatever. You gonna call him trash, but then you gonna say you don't care.
Dwight is gonna
You
have
got
a
it.
bigger
You got
impact. He's gonna have a bigger impact.
How
No,
long
he
you-
won't. Okay, no, he
Houseway.
won't.
Houseway.
No, he won't.
So the
You're
Hornets,
bugging.
where the Hornets going?
You're
Hornets'
bugging.
biggest problem was the fact that they didn't have us like centers that could play the whole game, give him
All
rim
right.
protection, good pick and roll defense.
All right, you want me to kill that theory you just said right there?
Yep,
Kill
do
it, dog. Kill it.
Okay, wasn't
Yeah,
the Hawks'
snipe it.
biggest problem? They didn't have a true big man to get bored and play defense. Dwight was their average is 13 and 13, and they didn't even get to the playoffs in the East.
Because
the
of
same
injuries.
East that the
That's
Hornets
why.
were in.
Injuries.
Oh,
And they did get
boo-hoo.
Wait,
in the East.
Wait, the Hawks were.
Yo, I
The
just
Hawks
still
were-
can't get over how he. Boy, he
You
just
know
made
what I
this out
hate,
here
man?
saying
The Hawks
Danilo's
were-
trash.
You know what I hate?
Injuries, because
When we talk about the Eastern Conference, they just say, "Oh, it's the East." Like, what?
True,
That's
true.
what I'm saying.
but no,
It
I'm
is the
saying
East.
it was injuries that
Katie,
plagued them.
stop.
Didn't wasn't the Hornets injury plague last year? Didn't injury slow them down last year?
The Hornets, the injury problem was only at the center position. They had
Okay,
no
and they got a
other good
center.
centers. They had no, and now they got a center. Like I said, a center that can provide pick and roll defense, paint protection.
Dude, Nicholas Batum is a
backcourt.
second scoring option. They're trash. Stop talking.
They're gonna make the playoffs.
But listen,
I'm not
it
doing
does.
this,
It kinda
Bro,
does
I just don't know how you guys
team.
can just ignore the fact that he said
But
Danilo's trash.
Gallinari
I
impacts
just
the
don't know how you
Clippers
guys
more
ignore
than.
that shit.
Okay,
Well,
Danilo's
yeah, like he
not
didn't
trash.
say that.
He's not
That's
trash.
just
He's
ignorance.
not trash.
That's what I'm
He's not
saying,
trash.
bro.
We don't
Danilo's not
acknowledge
trash.
ignorance, bro.
Bro, nah, dude, I don't care if it's
Danilo-
ignorance. Bro.
Danilo
You
not
wrong, you
trash.
wrong, bro.
I think-
Exactly,
I think
he
that's
wrong.
right.
You ignore
That's what I'm saying. If you wrong, you're wrong. I don't care if it's ignorance, bro.
Okay, now
If you don't know, then don't say it. It's that simple.
Okay, Danilo not trash. Danilo not trash. Okay, not trash.
All right, you got it.
It was just heated because, well, he should be.
Bro,
ahead
Andre
of him.
Roberson?
White should be ahead of him.
Jay Smooth? No, I'm joking.
Isn't he Clint?
No. All right, next question, man. Next question.
Hey, thanks, Jay Smooth.
You're welcome.
You're
Bye.
terrible, bro.
He said,
That was.
Nah, I fucks with my man Jay Smooth though. He
Yo,
all right, let's
we need
get,
to make a new poll of blasphemous statements, bro. I really believe
He
We
we
said
gotta
Danilo is
start getting some
trash.
better questions.
All right, Cheesy Gamer. What is good, man?
I have one question. Why is Dom biased against Dwight Howard?
What?
Dwight Howard.
How are we biased? Bro, I love Dwight. I mean,
Bring Dwight Howard in this.
You're a Lakers fan. You're a Lakers fan. You just don't like him because Kobe don't like him.
Oh, he came at you.
Okay,
with
stop.
your-
Oh, he brought in the Lakers into this.
Let me
Oh,
take this
shit.
head up because he came at me. Sir, please tell me how am I biased? Tell me what I said that was biased.
You said Big Booch
You
better than
didn't
Dwight.
say it. You just
Big Booch.
Big Booch is better than him, bro.
Big Booch.
Big Booch.
Dwight Howard is better than Andre Drummond. He's a better defender, and everybody equal on rebound.
Ooh,
You got it.
That's facts.
Wait, you say wait,
But
Cheesy
Drummond's
Gamer.
the
What's your
better
argument
scorer,
again?
though.
I said Dwight Howard is better than Andre Drummond because he's a way better defender. Drummond sucked on defense last year.
Drummond's
I
still
mean,
better.
yeah, you right.
That's
I
right.
want to say wait. I want to say wait. But he's better.
That's actually kind of false.
Yeah, that's actually kind of correct, bro. You right.
What?
I mean,
That was my-
Drummond
that
didn't
was my-
suck. Drummond didn't suck, but I mean, he wasn't as good as Dwight.
I mean, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Go
Nah,
ahead.
say it.
I'm just saying
Defend
that
Drummond.
if you follow advanced analytics or
Head
things,
ass.
that when Andre Drummond was on the court for the Pistons, they were one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. But
Why did he regress then?
because he was still even better the year before that.
He's
I don't
basically
know,
Jaleel
bro.
Okafor on crack.
No.
Chill.
Jaleel
Okafor.
He said he's
Relax.
He said he's Jaleel bias. He said he's Jaleel bias.
Relax. You talking about don't be liquor bias, bro. You said you Jaleel bias.
Yo, I don't know what's with the Q&A today, man.
He just said Jaleel Okafor.
Oh shit.
He said Jaleel Okafor.
Nigga, is this mustard? Oh, what's up, mustard?
Like, yo, bugging.
What's up?
Hey,
What's your question, bro?
Oh my bad. I didn't notice that I was in the.
You said you got a question. And we
Is that
yeah,
J
yeah.
Smooth fine sister in the background?
No, it's not. It's not.
Whoa.
Okay.
Alright, so,
Yo, relax.
Alright. My question is about the Gordon Hayward signing, right?
Oh my God.
Yep.
You gonna hate on it too.
Y'all, no, I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm gonna say, do y'all really believe that Gordon Hayward, let's say Brad Stevens was coaching the Miami Heat, do you think he would have been on the Heat?
Yep.
You think he went to
Yep.
Boston simply because of Brad Stevens, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a big part of it, yep.
That was a huge
It was
part.
a big part of it.
Because I think that Miami was a better destination in terms of
Why?
one, better market. Two, he has
Market.
he have more freedom to be like
So
the best
he
player.
hating on it. So he hating on it.
I'm not
He
hating
is
on it.
hating
I'm
on
just
it.
saying.
You're hating on Boston right
No,
now.
I'm just saying. Why do you think?
No, because Boston and Miami were already close. So for you to just say
Exactly,
Miami
exactly.
and then
So
put
be
Brad
careful, there's
Stevens
two
on
Boston
it,
fans here.
like it would be different if you came in here and say, what if the 76ers had Brad Stevens?
Like, remember, Hayward's
What?
going to be fighting for a championship.
but the
Like, what Miami
76ers
doing?
But the 76ers have Ben Simmons as their small forward.
Okay,
so why would
let's
they
say the
want-
Nets. Let's say the Nets.
the Nets.
Because you're basically saying that whether it is true, I think
What
it's
about
true,
Miami?
that
Miami?
Hayward
All right, let's say
Hayward
it like
came
that.
to Boston just because of Brad Stevens.
Bezos, you just said whether it's true or not. If it's true, then who cares about the rest of what you're about? Who cares? He went to.
You're the one who asked the question.
Wait, what are we arguing?
You cared.
Yeah.
Wait,
What is this question?
No, because
Yeah,
my
I didn't know the.
my question is this, because I remember Bezos was saying that he picked Boston because of multiple reasons besides Brad Stevens, but I don't believe that.
Wait,
that's
he
true.
picked Boston for what? Who picked Boston?
He picked it because of
Gordon
Brad
Hayward,
Stevens
Gordon
and then
Hayward.
some. It's not just Brad Stevens.
I
was
think
Isaiah
He's gonna be fighting for a
Wait,
championship.
who's he? Who's he?
Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward. Okay, all right, no. Okay. No, you guys kept saying he. I was like, who's he? All right.
Okay, well, do y'all
He-Man.
think that Miami was a better destination than?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh my,
honestly.
this guy.
Well, there's a Miami
No.
Heat
Yeah,
fan, of course.
come to
gonna say
Miami,
that.
bro.
Miami Heat fan.
Miami would have been a way better
Low
destination.
key, the
Way
Clippers is a
better.
better destination, but I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, bro. I would have loved having
The
them.
Clippers were a solid destination.
No, it
Miami.
wasn't. Shut
Exactly.
your
Yes,
mouth.
we need a small forward.
They've been needing a small forward for what? Since
Yeah.
And
when?
they're not
Yeah.
getting one anytime
Hey,
soon.
but also they're probably gonna lose to the Warriors if he went to the Clippers. Like he had a better chance of making the finals if he was on the East. He had a better chance of making the finals.
Haywood, Blake, DeAndre.
Yeah, they're losing to the Warriors still.
Nah.
Oh no.
I mean, if
Like
he went
what?
to
I
the
know about that, I know
Celtics,
about
they're still losing to the Cavs.
I'm.
So-
After
I don't know, Mustard.
Kyrie, that-
I don't know,
after the
Mustard.
Kyrie trade,
I
after
don't
the
know.
Kyrie
Mustard,
trade,
you
I don't know.
realize LeBron.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
before the
I
Kyrie
hope
trade.
it
Okay, yeah,
still
they're
possibly
losing.
could-
If before the
I hope
Kyrie
it could
trade,
still get
Wait! You seriously think like the
Even
Celtics
before the
want to beat
Kyrie
Cavs?
trade.
Wait, so
No,
y'all,
no,
Yo,
be
are
so
we
chill, be
forgetting
so
that
chill, be so
LeBron's
chill.
from
so
LA?
y'all
I don't know.
Are we forgetting about that?
Bezos, are you telling me with your heart of hearts that you believe the
Heart
Celtics
of
are going
hearts.
to beat the Cavs? You believe they're going to beat the Cavs?
Hey,
They
did
could.
I say the Cavs
No,
are gonna make the
with
Eastern Conference
Kyrie,
Finals?
with
Did I
Kyrie,
say
I
that?
feel like there's gonna be a chance. With Kyrie, there's a chance. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are you
Hell
serious?
no.
What if
Hell
they face
no.
the Bucks in the second round? That's all I'm saying, man.
They can lose to the Bucks, in my opinion.
Yo,
No,
stop,
the
stop.
Cavs. I'm talking about the
That's
Cavs. I'm talking about
Oh,
the Cavs.
Bezos chill, Bezos chill. They're not losing to the Bucks.
Dom, back me
They
up
still
here.
forgot
about
Back me
someone
up.
Nah, Dom, don't. No.
Dom,
If you ask it, Paul Bezos. If
Dom,
you
back
ask it,
me up,
back
coach.
you up, bro, then you got.
Dom,
What am I
back me
backing up?
That the Bucks can beat the Cavs, just
Bro,
there's a
the Bucks
potential
can
that
definitely beat the Cavs, brother.
Yo.
Question. The Bucks can beat
Yo.
the Cavs.
People keep on asking me. People keep
Yo,
on
stop.
asking
We
me.
gotta stop.
People
We
keep
gotta
on
stop.
people keep on asking me, are the Celtics gonna beat the Cavs?
We have got
Are
to
the
stop, bro.
Are the Cavs gonna even meet the Celtics?
Oh my God!
Bro, it is time to stop, B Soul.
You're right.
It's time to stop.
LeBron, bro.
You know, B Soul's.
Are the Cavs gonna beat the Celtics? Are they gonna play each other? Come on, man. Exactly. Exactly.
The level of blasphemy that you spew for the Boston Celtics.
Yo, stop.
Stop.
Hey,
Bro, the
George.
Cavs is still the best team in the East.
Hey, that's very true. The Cavs are the best team in
Bro.
the East, but they can be beat.
I think y'all forgot playoff LeBron though.
Okay.
I think you
Giannis,
forgot
Giannis?
that Giannis is a god.
Playoff.
Got that.
Wait, hold on. So, are you trying to say that playoff Giannis can outplay playoff LeBron?
I believe so.
Oh,
Yo,
okay.
chill,
All right.
chill.
Okay, so
That's where I draw the line.
we gotta.
We
I think we might have
Big
to end the
Gooch. Okay,
podcast
Big
for that
Gooch.
one. We
Okay,
might have to
man.
end the
Nice
podcast.
day,
We
guys.
might have
See
to
you
end the
guys later. Good
podcast
night.
for that
We'll see you
All
one.
next
right,
week.
man.
Okay, Big Gooch.
Just saying, don't be surprised.
The level of blasphemy.
Hey, hold up.
Y'all played him.
Giannis plays better than LeBron.
Yo, Black Arrow in the Discord. I agree. They are on crack, bro. They are.
They are.
Wrong.
They
Bro.
are.
Wow.
Y'all
Okay.
smoking.
I
I'm just
agree.
saying, I have Giannis winning MVP and going to the finals.
I know. I do
That's
too.
not
I
better
do
than
too. But I
LeBron.
don't think he's
That's
better
not
than
better
LeBron.
I didn't say he's better
I
than
don't
LeBron.
think
I said
you
he's
just
better. I said
You
he
said
outplayed
you outplayed him in a
LeBron.
7-game
That's not
series.
saying he's better.
Wait,
That's not
Dom,
saying he's better.
Wait, how is he not
He
better if
just
you
outplayed
outplay
him in that
LeBron in a
series.
7-game
Dom, I
series?
have
How
a
is he not
question.
better?
How?
But Dom, I have a question.
No, stop your question. Stop your question. For
Settle
example,
down. Settle down.
KD outplayed LeBron. He's not better.
Nah.
He outplayed LeBron in the finals. He's not better.
Did he?
But Dom, I have a
Been
question.
outplayed.
for you.
He outplayed.
Numbers
I think he
I mean, but there's
did.
an argument that it is now. There's an
Numbers-wise?
argument.
But Dom, I have a question because I feel like the reason you're not going to give it to KD is because his team was significantly better than LeBron's.
What do you
Yeah.
mean I'm not going to give it to KD?
But,
Give what to KD?
but the thing is, if the Bucks were to beat the Cavs, their team's not significantly better than the Cavs. So if he was to beat them,
Wait, time out. What am I not giving to KD?
Cavaliers
Wait,
is a
stop.
better team.
What am I not giving to KD?
that he's better than LeBron.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I
he's
said
not-
I don't
he's
think Giannis is better.
He's
than LeBron.
not though,
He's
but he
not better than
outperformed
LeBron.
LeBron.
That is not the
But
same
he will
situation at all.
outperform him. I think he will outperform him.
How can he outperform LeBron?
You're saying that KD outperformed LeBron, but he's
In
not
the finals,
better.
he did.
Yeah,
he did.
What?
He
But
did.
I'm saying
KD
the reason you're not
outperformed
gonna-
LeBron.
But the reason
Did.
you're
Y'all tripping.
but
LeBron averaged triple-double.
Oh
in the
my
finals.
god.
Oh my gosh, yo,
Oh
KD,
my
are you
better.
Yo, are we really using the
kidding?
triple double argument, bro?
No,
I
but
hate
no,
that.
Oh
listen,
my
this is the
goodness,
finals
yo.
here against the Golden State Warriors team.
Bro, you
KD
sound like a
outplayed
Thunder fan,
him.
bro. You
No,
sounded like a
no,
Thunder
no,
fan.
no,
You
that's
sounded like a
I'm
Thunder
still
fan.
trying to hear your
Come
point.
on, man.
What's
And
your
also,
point?
he was shooting a high
No, I'm
field goal
saying-
percentage as well.
Okay, but if Giannis were to beat LeBron and outplay him, his team's not even significantly better. His team probably ain't even better than the Cavs.
But
They're
he's
not
not.
better than the Cavs.
But he's not better.
So
than
if he were to beat him, you can't put Giannis over LeBron
But
already.
LeBron's the best player in the
No,
world.
I can't. No.
No,
I'm
I'm
not-
putting Giannis over LeBron.
And
If
if
he
he
does
won the MVP according to you, you can't put him over LeBron.
Are we putting Westbrook over LeBron? Are we putting Curry over
But he
LeBron?
did.
that. They did not beat the Cavs.
What
But did they beat? Did they beat
The
LeBron?
Warriors beat
2015?
LeBron. The Warriors beat LeBron. Is
Oh.
Curry better?
But
What did
no,
Curry
the
outplay
Warriors were
LeBron?
better. The Warriors were better.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. The Warriors were better because LeBron didn't have anybody on his team at that time.
Hey,
Like it was
the Warriors
Kyrie
versus
was
the
hurt,
Cavs.
K Love was hurt. All he had was Dellavedova. So
All I'm
So
saying is,
I got a question for you. When the Spurs beat the Cavs, was Kawhi better than LeBron?
Ooh.
No, the Spurs were better.
Eh,
Man.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
But he didn't
think
put up like
Miami
comparable stats though.
I mean, the Spurs were better than the Heat. They would have won twice in a row had it not been for that Ray Allen shot.
hey, but does that mean? Hey, but does that mean Kawhi's better than LeBron? Does that mean Kawhi's
No,
better?
no, it's just the Spurs were better.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's my argument.
Why better than LeBron confirmed?
Cool.
That's my argument.
it's possible to outplay somebody without being better than them.
Exactly.
It's very possible. That's a very.
But
that's
is it
very
possible for your team that's worse to beat the team that's better without you being better than the
I
other
mean, if
player?
they don't click,
Ooh.
if the Cavaliers
Ooh,
just
ooh.
the chemistry,
Actually, he
That-
got
that
a point. We got
wordplay.
the Mavericks. The Mavericks beat the Miami Heat.
Sounded
The
like
Mavericks actually beat the Miami Heat.
Conspiracy.
That
Hey,
Detroit
man, you can
mentality.
bring that up.
I'm just saying, if the Cavaliers don't click as a team, if they don't function right, but they still dominate the East because the East, their team is significantly better than most teams.
Exactly.
Most teams.
So how could Giannis beat the Bucks? How could Giannis
But-
not be better than LeBron if the
but-
Bucks are the worst team and they beat the Cavs?
But first of all, the Bucks
Are they
not
the worst team?
Oh well,
I'm just-
they're not that, but they're not that
What?
bad though.
They're
They're
not
not
that
that
far
bad.
healthy.
I mean, they're a
Bucks
mismatch.
worse?
They're a mismatch.
I mean,
They're
but
a
that's the thing.
mismatch.
I feel like this all depends on whether Jabari is gonna be healthy.
What?
Even if Jabari's healthy,
I'm
that's
just-
not taking.
No, because you guys are saying that the Bucks could beat the Cavs if Jabari.
I'm
Parker-
not saying the Bucks could beat the Cavs. I
No,
don't.
not
think
you. I'm talking about the people that are. I'm talking about the people that are. Like,
Man.
if Jabari's not healthy, it's not happening.
It's not happening. Period. Healthy Jabari. is
Yeah,
not.
yeah, I agree. But if Jabari Parker is not healthy, it's definitely not happening.
Look, all
That
I'm
was
saying
Saddam and
is,
V-Souls. Yeah.
don't ask me if the Cavs are gonna beat the Celtics, because are they even gonna face the Celtics? That's all I'm saying.
That's a fact.
all
Are
I'm
the
saying.
Celtics gonna make it to the finals to
Chill.
face the Cavs?
Chill.
He said, "Are they even?"
Okay, SEC, you got me there. Next question. All right, we're gonna bring in one more person. Let's bring in K-Dot. Actually, let's bring Kyrie to go.
Here we go.
I'm not even gonna be able to hear the question.
So what's up, y'all?
What's good, bro?
I thought I got muted for a second. I was like, oh shit.
You thought you got what?
I thought I got kicked out in general for a second.
Nah, bro. You with us.
I just got home, so I don't know what the fuck we talking about.
Ask a question.
Just bro. Like,
I just heard y'all talking about some fucking trades and some shit. I don't know. But low key, you did the right choice to pick Kyrie at number one. He always number one.
All right. Yeah, we know you think that, but what's it called?
Oh,
hey, what do you
Dom,
think about the Melo trade? I still haven't heard. What do you think about the Melo trade?
Unmute me, bro. Yo, Dom, unmute me. Squash the beef. Squash the beef, Dom.
What?
Wait, what?
Wait, Dom, do you have him muted?
Yes, I have.
He's asking us to unmute you, bro. He's asking for you to unmute him.
Hey, yo, squash the beef, bro.
He said squash the beef.
Yeah, he said he wants to squash the beef.
Live on YouTube, Dom.
Dom.
Live on YouTube, Kyrie to go. If you,
Bruh, I subscribe to your channel, bro.
He subscribed. Dom, he subscribed. Dom.
He's a fan.
He said he's
blocking a fan.
That literally
he watches all your
subscriber
videos.
I don't care about. That would be the
Dom, chill.
But yeah, see how Dom is fan. Let me chill.
Man, SEC and B-Souls the real ones, bro. What's up, bro? Hey, yo, Kyrie number one. I'm out.
Word? Okay. So we're bringing in one more.
Did he just leave?
Yeah. He said I'm out.
Hey, let's bring in Jeskai.
All right.
Jeskai, yeah.
It's gonna be the last question of the day, man. What's good, Jeskai?
Oh shit, I'm in the podcast.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
I was fucking bitching at Jay Smooth for thinking that LeBron could go to Oklahoma City, which I think is complete dumb.
I
think it's stupid. But I guess my question is, where do you guys see LeBron going? Since I'm kind of on this topic, where do you guys see LeBron?
Top 3 destinations.
I say Los Angeles.
I would say
the Clippers. What?
Okay. What? The Lakers, the Rockets, and the Sixers.
Not Cleveland.
I can take Sixers.
Sixers, yeah, Sixers.
Lakers, Cleveland, San Antonio.
I only have two preferred destinations for LeBron, and that is the Lakers and the Spurs.
Okay, that's fair.
I could see the Spurs, because if you put LeBron in a system that actually has, players that know what they're doing and management that knows what they're doing.
True. LeBron hates players that don't know how to
play.
LeBron loves to win, bro.
Spurs is perfect.
But has he been winning?
Yo, chill.
LeBron needs to take his fingers off the GM control.
Technically, he won the ring like 2 years ago.
But he was down 3-1. But he was.
LeBron needs to get this GM mentality out. Spurs is a good choice for him.
But yeah, thanks for having me in the podcast. That was just completely unexpected.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So,
all right.
Let me bring him back. All right. So, do we have any last-minute adjustments to our top 15?
We good.
We good?
We good.
Yeah, I think we got it.
All right. So, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week's podcast, number 38. Again, check us out on SoundCloud and on iTunes, hopefully soon.
This week.
Yeah. But with that being said, let's go ahead and do our closing statements. Dom?
All right, man. Thank you guys for coming out and listening. I just want to say here on record, I don't have the most blasphemous statements on the HTP. I'm just saying my statements make perfect sense. Just think outside the box. But go ahead, add me on Snapchat. The link would be my Snapchat would be in the description. Hopefully, unless Bezos pulls the LNU.
Bro, let me put that shit on right now.
Oh, man.
Follow me on Twitter and go sub to all of our channels.
Oh yeah, follow our Twitter too. We have a HTP Twitter.
Dom,
Follow the
what's
official
your
Twitter.
official Snapchat name?
My
It
official
just says, It just
Snapchat?
says @Dom on Snap.
Oh, this whole time, that's why people ain't been able to add. Bro, Bso's the new LAU.
Bro, chill.
Yo,
Bro, I'm
Eggplants.
gonna fix my upload
Eggplant.
defaults. Chill.
Bro, spam up them eggplants, bro.
All right, what is it, man? What is it? I'll change it.
Bro, the Snapchat is Dom Church.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, man, LNU part 2.
Chill.
Oh, and my Twitter is Dom Church 1 for anybody trying to follow. Boom.
Okay, I got your Twitter.
Debate basketball 24/7.
Alright. And G Lauren.
Oh, what's good, guys? Thank you guys for coming through to the HTP podcast. Make sure to add us on our Snapchats. Add me at glauren33. Meet us in the Discord. Also, make sure to go get our merch. Like,
oh yeah, we got the shirts. Yo,
get our
That's
merch.
right.
Get
That's
the
a fact. On
hats. Get...
bsouls.com.
Yeah.
Copy a HTP shirt and add me on Twitter.
That logo is crispy, bro.
So yeah.
All right, KB.
Yo, I want to say, man, this is a good episode this week.
Friendship.
I'm happy to be here with my friends and family here.
Friendship.
We've had a nice episode. Some blasphemy has been said, but let's just act like that never happened. And I hope Dom and Kyrie to go end up becoming best of friends.
I told him his mom got to send me the nudes.
Whoa.
That's about it.
Whoa, wait, you said never mind.
Nudes? What?
His mom got to send the nudes.
Oh.
Okay.
I was gonna say. I thought you said as long as he sends news. I was like, chill. Chill.
Did I hear that?
Okay, Jared Fogle, chill. All right, King.
Yeah, thanks for coming and listening to the podcast. Hashtag shout to Big Vooch. Also, yeah, follow the HTP on Twitter. If you do cop a shirt, make sure to tweet it to the official Hoop Talk podcast Twitter, and you will get a follow back and a shout out. So you can also shout you out during the pod too. But yeah, also we got SoundCloud up and running for the podcast, and HTP will be back. We'll make its infamous return back to iTunes within the next probably this week, next few hours or days or however long it takes me. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, KingXSER, and then my Snapchat. Through there, you can find all my other social medias. But yeah.
All right, SEC.
I don't know what's up with all this. SDC sucks toes. SDC has a foot fetish. That's just kind of random. That's kind of random, but
they are saying that. What the?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Wait, are they saying in YouTube chat?
I'm telling you, you're a meme, bro. You're a meme.
Yo, how did I miss that? Oh my god.
But that's what's up. Yeah,
oh no, that's not.
No.
That's not what's up.
Yo, someone said SEC sucks your mom's left infected toe on a Wednesday evening.
Oh, it's because I said that.
Wow.
I said like the haters can go suck their mom's toilet, so I see what it is.
Oh wow.
Yo.
So you brought it up on yourself.
Man, now I know why you get them copyright strikes, bro.
But yeah, this podcast was lit as always.
All right. And yep, that's gonna be it for.
Wait, did we shout the Discord?
Bruh, yeah, I already spammed out.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
That's an automatic plug.
Yeah, but thank y'all for coming out this week, and I always love doing the podcast. Look forward to this every Sunday.
Yep.
My lungs be hurting, man.
Yeah.
Sub to our channel.
Facts.
All right.
I think I should be. Should I be concerned?
You good.
You good.
Now we'll pray for you.
Yeah.
I bet.
All right. With that being said, we're out, man.
Peace.